Go Warriors.
Legion. Check this out. It was a black screen for Mike.
What's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast. We are back again, as always, and I didn't see what episode this was because that part of the intro was black.
What? I
It
totally
was
just
blank.
uploaded it. It was
blank, dude. All this build up, waiting for this video, and that's what we got. We were like, Mega Mike needs the intro, dude. We have to wait.
Yeah, we
give
waited. We're
him
like,
the
we gotta
intro.
get him the intro.
So the one spot where he would be in that intro.
Hey, I'll make it and we'll just run it when it's done, okay? I'll make a better one coming up.
All right.
Just run it.
Run in post.
Yeah. No, we'll run it
Run it
in
live.
real time, but we have some time to kill until it's ready. So
That was so funny to me, dude. All that waiting, like you guys don't. The ones people listening right now or watching or whatever. Hey, you have no idea. We were ready to go at like 7, and we found out we didn't have the intro video ready to go live. Joseph was coming home from work, so he finally got home from work. Get it. Exported, here we go, uploaded, and then that's what you see. So that's the Cali Death treatment. That's Cali.
For all you listeners, nothing was different. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. I think we blow it on some form of this show every single week, but that's fine, dude. That's just how we do it. But what's going on, guys? We're here again. I'm Anthony Trapani, your host, as always, and I'm joined by a couple resident homies. I think we'll have the full 4 pretty soon. Casey will be on his way, but we got Joel Horner and Joseph K. What up, y'all? And tonight we are joined by our Twitch fam, longtime Twitch fam. Since we've been connected, fairly early in our Twitch run, and we love to call him a brother in the Twitch fam. We got Mega Mike with us tonight. What's going on, dude?
Chilling, dude. In real life fam, not just Twitch fam. In real life fam.
Oh hell yeah,
we're
dude.
human friends.
Yeah.
But what I just wanted to highlight, this thing is Cali Death Podcast. We're all about death metal and shit, but we're also part of this Twitch, community, and there's a few people that have come into our bubble since we've been in Twitch, and you're one of them, dude. And we you
can definitely tell that Mega
respect.
Mike's a Twitch guy because look at the comments are just exploding because Mike has got a following.
I got my people coming in. They're starting to come in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
No, dude, it's an honor to be on here. Like I've watched you guys' stuff before. You guys have like legends on all the time, so it's like it's pretty weird that for me, it's weird to me that you guys are having me on here. It's pretty cool.
Well, dude, awesome. I mean, yeah, we've gotten this thing to the point where it's cool that we have had these legends on and shit, but it is all about the underground. It's all about not just about the underground. It's about, just like-minded people, who are into extreme music and there's, live streaming and all these other things that we cross over. So it's natural that we would, cross paths and connect, so it's all
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
and drummers in particular, we tend to get along with pretty well. So
yeah, I actually would say that if somebody did the research, I would say the percentage is the highest in drummers as guests on our show. I mean, dude, who doesn't freak out at death metal drums all the time, dude?
What would death metal be without drummers?
Yeah,
you're only as good as your drummer. Like that's why that you find all these death metal drummers that are in a million bands. Like
drummers are the new lead guitarists. That's what Joel Guernsey said, and I'm quoting him again. So
say it again. What did he say?
Drummers are the new lead guitarists.
Yeah.
Hey, well, definitely. I mean, look at the band. Before we went live, look at the band that we brought up, Lorna Shore. what are they known for? The vocals and the drums. That's what
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are really
Right.
hooked on now, is fast drumming, crazy sounding vocals or whatever. So
Yep.
And I'm this old guy over here like, hey, dude, you guys ever listen to the bass? Because I'm fucking all about it, dude. I really am like that in my life now. It's like the rhythm section, just in general, bass and drums. I've said it multiple times on the show. That's where I tend to naturally gravitate to now when I listen.
Audio to the eyeballs says 70 to 75% of drummers make great episodes of CDP. So let's see if Mike is one of the 3 out of 4 good episodes. Or
No,
I got high expectations then.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
All right,
man.
let's do the plug section as always.
Okay, I'll run some plugs.
Oh, you got it?
Well, there's a special plug. We are doing a ticket giveaway for Chicago Domination Fest, and the ticket giveaway is live at CaliDeath.com. Go to CaliDeath.com. It will be the first post there. There is a link in the post. The link takes you to a form to fill out where you can enter to win. Do we have 2 tickets that we're giving away, like separately, of course, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yep.
So you can win a ticket. We'll select randomly from our entries. So yeah, go do that. And also make sure to follow us on social media before you fill out your form to qualify. And we'll be really stoked to give some tickets out. So shout out to Cali Death. Well, to us too. But
shout out to Cali Death.
Shout out to us. Shout out to Chicago Domination Fest and Miguel for giving us the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks, Miguel.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you for some reason on our social media and you haven't listened to this, it'll be on the social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be.
What I don't know when it will
go to socialmedia.com and then just go ahead and
social media
entry form.
Internet.
I thought it was on myspace.com.
MySpace/entry form Chicago Fest.
Cool, dude. And
promo code GRE.
And we'll have that. I don't know how long we'll have that up for, but
when's the fest? It's around it's July 27th. So hopefully
at the end of July, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll pick it probably in the next month and a half or something like that. So
yeah, keep it open for a while. Yeah, good. I'm down with that. And then let's do it off the top. BattleforgeCoffee.com. The homies and deeds. We love them and we love their coffee and we love GeneratorRehearsalStudios.com. That was so quick. I was gonna go more on the Battleforge with how much we love all the things.
I just don't want a 15-minute.
All right, yeah. So all right, GeneratorRehearsalStudios.com. What's the area again, Joseph?
Oceanside.
Oceanside.
There it is. Down Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
CaliDeathPodcast.BigCartel.com is where you can get a shirt. That is literally how you will put money in the pocket of the show.
Oh, we got shirts behind.
And we're selling nice, dude. Every week you guys are buying them, dude, and we love that, dude. And we're sending them all over the planet. And yeah.
The last one was to Mike Hamilton. Shout out Mike Hamilton.
That's what's up, dude.
And can't wait to get my new coffee fix from him.
There it is. Battleforge Coffee. Do a little trade-off.
Yep.
But yeah. We
that's pretty much it, right? That's all of it.
One little tour.
Oh shit.
I'm heading out on tour with my band, The Lost of Lucy. If you're in the Eastern United States, catch us out. Check us out or catch us live anywhere between Kansas City and Oklahoma City. This flyer is outdated. We are now playing different cities on a couple of these shows, but not far from where they're listed. So just double check online. But looking forward, particular crowds, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Boston, Philly, Washington, D.C., et cetera, et cetera. So,
dude, I love how the chat just takes over. They just do it for us now.
Murray, shout out Murray Fitzpatrick, dude. Thanks, brother. Making sure we got we got it in writing. That's what he's making sure.
Yeah.
What about the Archaic tour? We're still plugging that one.
Oh,
right?
yeah. They're starting actually in about a week. So they're starting in Santa Cruz. Where is that flyer? Right here.
Oh,
exactly. We both clicked it. So yeah, starting May 11th. That's gonna be First Fragment, Archaic, Awakening the
a wake in
Providence.
Providence.
And then Gray Lotus, which is fucking one of those up and coming bands with fucking what's his name?
Ben Towels.
God damn. Yeah, Ben Towels and the other dude. God damn
Sanjay.
it. Sanjay.
Yeah,
From
but
fucking
Sanjay just joined in Fury.
Oh god.
So now Gray Lotus has a different dude playing guitar for them on the tour. So shout out to that guy. He's sick.
Sick, dude.
Well,
Yep.
hopefully he's good.
I know, right?
And then Mega Mike plugs. Let's do some of those real quick. What's the Twitch channel and other places you want people to go?
Well, let's see. Places to follow me would be twitch.tv/MegaMikeDrummer. Basically anywhere it's Mega Mike Drummer, you know. There's the Twitch, there's the TikTok at Mega Mike Drummer, there's the Instagram at Mega Mike Drummer, and I mean that's really it. Or the YouTube. There's a YouTube. You know, I think it's just Mega Mike Drummer. You can look up Mega Mike Drummer and you can find my YouTube videos. But yeah, I'm trying to build more of the YouTube, the TikTok, the Instagram, all that kind of stuff. But Twitch is where you'll mostly find me. So yeah.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you mention when you normally stream, or you just stream whenever you want?
I just stream whenever I feel. Whenever I feel. It's honestly when I'm able to, you know what I mean? It's not like I don't have a schedule because like it depends on the day. I stream every day essentially. So
okay,
some days it's like, if I'm going to play drums, I need to get prepared for it, like physically, if I'm just gaming, it's whenever I feel like gaming, so it's whenever I feel like it. I know that probably hurts like my fans and followers and community and all that they're kind of on the edge of their seat, like when the hell's Mike going to go live?
Right.
But I mean, I think they take it for what it is. They're like, hey, every day at whatever time I would think is better than once or twice a week at a solid time for only a couple hours, like they get a lot of time with me. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's a good trade-off,
And what is it, like a week or something before the stream leaves Twitch, so if they can come on and watch it afterwards as well?
Well, I don't save my VODs.
Okay.
That's a big part of like most music streamers, most musicians that stream either playing music or even listening to music, they don't save their VODs because of the whole, copyrights issues.
Should we be? Oh, so okay. So we're not doing any copyright.
No, like there's like no music playing. Like you guys are fine. Like like VODs for you guys is solid.
I want to jump into and just go into your subathons, because I remember last year you did one that I was like, I jumped in and you're like, no, I'm streaming constantly, and you were like sleeping on your streams. You were doing all the things. And then how long was that last year?
I've done 3, and so last year the first one, it was a week straight.
A week. That's right.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, you're fucking crazy. In my head, I was like, I was like in the message thing going like, you're insane. And then it went to what's this year? You did how long? 30 days?
What up? It was 30 days.
Casey? Yeah.
Shout out Casey Howard jumping in.
Whatever Joel just said, I totally disagree with. I think he's totally off base. No, I'm just joking around.
But no, just getting into like how do you prepare to stream for 30 days like live the whole time? Like
I didn't know. I didn't know. For one, you don't know. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
I prepared for maybe it was still going to be going on now, and that we were going to transition, come in and then come back out, but no, it ended a few days ago, so we were fine. But
yeah.
I mean, the only way I could prepare is just make sure I have everything I need, as in like food, water, all the stuff that I need. If it, like I opened up a lot of Pokemon cards, so I had to make sure I had a shit ton of cards.
Yeah.
You said you opened, so what? You bought brand new packs and you did opens on the show?
Yeah.
Did you get anything crazy?
Oh yeah, I have this. They're all right here. I have stacks upon stacks of cards that I opened up during the 30 days. Like I got a lot of good pulls.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
a lot of
awesome,
fun.
man.
It was a lot of fun.
So the fixed intro is ready and uploaded, I think. Should we do it?
Let's play it.
now.
Let's
Let's
play it for.
This is the
All right.
real
All right,
one.
you want to click it or me click it?
Yeah,
I'll click. I'll click it. I'll click it. Yeah.
Woo! We did it, guys.
Hell yeah.
Super proud.
All right, Chris Beatty, we love you.
What's going on,
You did it.
everybody?
I just want to see. I wanted Mega Mike to have an intro, so now my dreams will come true.
Nice.
Move
There
on.
you go.
That was a sick ass intro. That was a mega intro.
Just
It
like
was.
good little zoom on you a little bit there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool little zoom.
Yeah.
You just
Nice.
zoom nice. Yeah.
It's
All right.
hot.
Wherever you guys were, keep it going.
I don't even remember.
Okay.
How long do you stream for? Or how do you prepare
okay.
for a long
Yeah.
stream?
So yeah, it's like you're saying what do you have to do to prepare for one of those things because you don't know how long it's gonna go. All
Yeah.
that
Like personal
shit,
life
yeah.
though. Personal life. Like, what's your personal life like? I mean, you're obviously streaming for a month. Do you ever like live a normal life for a couple hours and come back, or do you just sleep only and then come back?
Well, like, so the very first one I did, that was a week. It was I had no idea what I was in for, like I thought me and my mods, my team, we were like, how long is it going to go? A few days, all right, cool. And went for a week. And by that end of the week, it could have kept going, but I was toast. I was exhausted, like physically.
Mm-hmm.
And so like after that, I knew what I was in for. Like it just took once, you know what I mean? Like I feel I've never been to war or anything like that, but I'm sure like vets that go to war and all that, like this is the only thing that comes to mind is like, you know what I mean? Like you can't imagine what it's like until you go, and then you go and then it's like, okay, you know what you're expecting now. I went to war. I did it for a week. And so I'm like, all right, I know what to expect. And so doing this 30-day one, like I was fine. Like I could have kept going. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I was prepared. I was mentally prepared because I went.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of got to dip your toes into anything really, and that week showed you. Oh yeah, I can stretch this.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
It ended up not being a lot of drumming in the second half of the month because I was just so physically exhausted. I knew it'd go for probably like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
I knew it'd be like, I knew if we went for a week before, I knew we'd probably double it. I was like, that was probably easy, but like a month like that was crazy. And so like the second half of the month, like I did what drumming I could, but I was mostly playing video games with friends, which was fine,
What we were talking pre-pod about, it's not just about the drumming. It's just content and you being you. They're subscribing to your personality. That's really what it is. If you really think about it, like a guy who just goes onto Twitch and just drums and doesn't say shit, they're not going to connect with that person nearly as much as they would with somebody like Mega Mike or and I think that's really what makes those 30-day streams still last as long as they do, because even if you're not drumming on a day or whatever, people are still tuning in to just see what's up with Mega Mike,
Yeah, I would just go check in on him. I would literally just be like, "Oh, he's still on? All right, well, I'll just click it like at work or something and be like, oh, he's like jamming to like Tears for Fears or what? It's just random every time, and I'm like, this is entertainment. This is like, I never know what I'm gonna get, and he just like constantly has content to give everyone, and that's like he said, you're selling yourself. You're a fun person to watch talk and play, and you're a killer at drums, and you have all the other interests that people are like interested too, and it's just a good format, man. And I've always been like very impressed with you.
Well, thanks. I'm just glad it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just glad, like when I started streaming, obviously it was like, all right, the focus is going to be drumming, like that's my favorite thing to do. It's the best thing I'm at. Like, it's what I want to do, so like, that's going to be the focus. but hopefully I can try to implement other things, you know, like try to implement some games, try to implement getting stoned, you know, whatever, you know, opening up cards, like doing
Implementing
goofy
getting
stuff.
stoned, dude. I heard that part.
Yeah, dude. Like that, dude, that's a big part of my stream. Like it's a huge part. Like there's a lot of stoners, like a lot of people that just want to you know, that's what a lot of Twitch is people just want to connect, you know? Like it's not just entertainment. It's people want to connect. And that's a big way to connect is there's people that drink, there's people that smoke, there's people that just drink coffee, you know, whether they're playing music or playing it, people just want to connect. So like the fact that I smoke on stream and there's a lot of people that just kick back on their computers or their phones and get stoned and watch Twitch, they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna smoke with this guy. Cool. Right on.
It's really relatable. It's like
catching a vibe, dude.
yeah.
That's all it is, catching a vibe.
Oh, big time. Yeah, that's all. Like I didn't understand the whole vibe thing for a long time. You know what I mean? Twitch really made me understand like, oh man, like vibes is actually a big thing, man. Like if you're not vibing, like get out. Like
I'm not gonna be interested in what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's easy to
bitch don't kill my vibe.
Yeah.
Anyways,
do they pass the vibe check? You know, that is a real thing. Yeah,
totally.
So there's a lot of that, and it's pretty cool that we're, you know.
Well, speaking of vibe, Mike, I want to know how you got your vibe, dude. I want to know you as a child. I want to go back in time with you, dude. Take me back to being a kid when music became an interest for you. Earliest memory you could think of.
Well, it's earlier than I could remember, you know, because I was basically told how I was started as a musician, you know, because it was like really, really young, where like I guess like the earliest thing you could say was that my parents always said that I was constantly like active, as in like, especially if music was going, I would be, you know, those like playpens that you could like, you put a kid in a like a I don't know, the playpen, like
it just no constant stimuli around them in a 360 degree.
Yep. I would constantly be jumping in that thing, and they're like, what the fuck, that's kind of weird, you know. And then when there'd be music, I would start like tapping on stuff, and so eventually they got me like a drum, or they would like place like pots and pans in front of me and give me chopsticks, and I would be drumming, and I'd be drumming like to the music. Like it wasn't just like, you know, like just some kid hitting stuff. Like they were like, what the fuck, this fucking 2-year-old is like jamming to this music. This kid's obviously a drummer, you know. So like my family knew that I was, you know, wanted to like do that. And then you know, I didn't get my first drum set until I was like 7. A family member that passed away got me my first drum set, and then ever since, you know, 7, I've just been playing ever since then. No lessons, you know. I've just been
so drums was the first instrument.
First instrument and main instrument. I do play other instruments. I started playing guitar when I was like 13 because I met a friend that played guitar, you know, and so I played drums, and we had similar interests in, you know, we liked Metallica, we liked Slipknot, we liked this and that, you know. And he was the first one like that. When I grew up, I listened to a lot of music that my parents listened to, you know, like rock.
Totally. Let's hear some of those.
Metallica, big, you know, Metallica is my dad's favorite band. He would always listen to Metallica and AC/DC, Motley Crue, shit like that. He likes some certain hair metal, but yeah, the right hair metal, you know.
Right. Sabbath and Zeppelin.
Yeah, he likes some of that, you know. Like his dad's favorite band was Pink Floyd, so my dad's got a respect for Pink Floyd, of course. But my dad was really like a rock, you know. My dad's Metallica, he was a fast car guy, and he would always crank Metallica, you know. So that's like, I would listen to a lot of that, and then my mom listened to the same stuff too, but also then like 90s stuff, like grunge, like Nirvana, Soundgarden, all the Seattle stuff, of course, but then things like that. You know, so that was like a lot of the stuff that I grew up on, you know. And then a little bit of like
what year were you born, Mike?
90. Okay. So I'm 33. I'm 33 now.
Okay.
So like I was 7 when I got my first drum set, so that's 97.
Right.
Know? Right. And then it's like I went to my first concert, Godsmack, when I was like 11.
Okay.
11? Yeah, that was like the first like major concert. And so like I was listening to that kind of stuff when I was younger. Then I met a guitar player when I was like 13 in school, and he listened to all that stuff, but then he also listened to Decapitated, Cryptopsy, Dimmu Borgir, Chimera, Lamb of God, all those kind of bands, and he introduced me to those bands. I was like,
do you remember the first one? Do you remember
Chimera? I think Chimera, because he was really a big Chimera fan. Impossibility of Reason. That's still one of my favorite albums to this day.
Cali on,
like,
or no, that's is that
no,
Tally or right
no,
before
that's
it?
Andals. Andals.
Okay.
Tally's on the self-titled album.
Yeah.
But that's like the three bands that really got me into like extreme metal was Decapitated, Dimmu Borgir. Well, I guess four. It was Decapitated, Dimmu Borgir, Chimera, Lamb of God.
Okay, I'm gonna just ask you. I know you just did Chimera. Now give us the other three bands' albums, because I'm just trying to put myself.
So Decapitated, of course. Is it Nihility that has
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Spears of Madness.
Yep. So that one, Dimmu Borgir, the
Puritanical.
Yep. That's one of my favorite albums of all times. Like
Hell
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I was introduced to that one actually earlier because of CKY. Like I remember watching CKY back, and they featured like him and Dimmu. I remember hearing that song, and I didn't know what. I never looked up what that song was, because I was young and whatever, wasn't looking up music because I was so young. Then it was later on in life I learned it was Dimmu Borgir. I was like, holy shit! Like like that's when I really learned I was really into like death metal and blackened death metal, things like that. I'm really into symphonic metal too.
Mm-hmm. And then Lamb of God. What was that album?
I can't think of the album, but I think it was a
Ashes?
mixture of, I think it was before Ashes was even out. It was a mix of both Palaces and gospel.
Okay.
So a mix of the hits from those albums.
Right.
The hits for sure.
Totally, dude. I'm in on all of that, dude.
So that's like what got me started into like extreme, and then like it was years later, around like 17, 18, where I started playing in bands. Like one of the more extreme death metal band, like two of them that stuck out was Severed and Decrepit Birth. Like one of my friends introduced me to those two bands and some other bands like that, and like Emperor I was introduced to, and I'm just like, okay, this is where it's at.
Sick.
That's
dude.
That's I mean, nihility. Jesus Christ! I don't even know.
Nihil. I know. I used to say nihility, but it's nihility. It's nihility.
I mean, that was like, I remember because I used to be on a street team as a kid for Earache Records, and they sent me that when that came out, and I was like, I was already into Winds of Creation, but I was like more into like Sepultura, Pantera, Slayer, and then I heard Decapitated, and I was like, what the Decapited's like literally the ushering of me into death metal. Was like hearing that, then and I heard that, and I was like, what is this? And they were like, when Winds of Creation came out, it's like, oh, it's 15-year-olds. And I was like, fuck you 10 times. I don't understand what the fuck.
I met them. Like, I don't even I met them at the Pound while they were still teenagers, dude, and they signed my Winds of Creation CD.
Jesus,
because I was a younger teenager. Like, you guys are way cooler teenagers than me.
It's like watching sports at my age now. I'm like, oh shit. It's like, oh, that guy's Joel's age. He's a veteran, old fucking piece of shit. It's like nowadays, like you see the kids coming out now. Is that guy's the one's jumping over everyone. He's like 23, dude. That guy, it's like it's with bands nowadays. They're like we've talked about before, like skateboarding and people that have taken things that were extreme, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start at nihility. Or nihility?
Mm-hmm. It's nihilism. It's like, think of rivers of nihilism.
No, I'm just kind of fucking with it.
Yeah, right.
But like it's like starting from a point because we had to graduate to that, and like then people start. All right, this is where my start is that it's like there's our forefathers were like, oh, Black Sabbath. And then Judas Priest, and then and then they get to start with Necrophagus and Nihility. Like that's like where they start, and then they take that all of a sudden.
No, I know.
Nihility.
And it's clean technical groove, dude. That's what it is. It's clean technical
and
groove.
It's created a whole genre. You think of Surruption, Entheos, all these bands like that, and the Zenith Passage, like that. I mean, Spheres of Madness started like a genre of music.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That was one of those. It was one of those songs where it would kind of force people to headbang around you.
Yeah. There's like a constant beat going, a double bass
how
going.
could you not? How
They
could
would
you?
play.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was
exactly.
and this is me flying my flag, whatever. I was at 03 Maryland Death Fest, dude, and in between every band, Spheres of Madness would come on. In between every band, they'd play a few songs, but Spheres of Madness would always fucking be playing, dude. And you'd look around, and it would like make everybody move, even if they're in conversation. We're just like sitting there smoking cigarettes by a pool table looking at merch or whatever, but everybody would be like moving their bodies while they were doing that. And
I've noticed that with death metal nowadays too, like with Zenith Passage and Surruption. When I see them live, I'm like, yeah, I know what they're all about. Well, the whole time when I go see them live, I'm like, my head just goes like, I can't not groove. I'm like, okay, this might be the best live style of music for death metal. Just like because it's not like it's like dun, 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 dun. You can do this to it, kind of like you can have, no matter where your like musical level is and what you've studied, like your head can catch the floor and you can groove to whatever they're doing under it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's like a genius style of music, to be honest with you.
It's death metal that you can put behind a video where people are dancing and make a meme video out of it. It's that kind of music.
Yep. What if that's the whole thing, dude? What if meme culture has made
it's in 4/4
what it is?
Or dude, the 6/8 bangers, the like dun 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 dun.
Did you guys see that?
Did you guys see
the sorry, we're weedsing it now, guys, but the video of Animals as leaders getting the whole crowd to clap and like
13/8.
Yeah, 13/8.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Yep.
And I was like, of course, it is the only band that could get a crowd to do that, dude.
That's my kind of nerd shit. I love that shit. Like I love odd time signatures and stuff. That's like where I'm like, okay, they're not just doing 4/4. But the thing is, with bands like we're talking about, like they're doing 4/4 as like the main beat, but they're doing like other rhythms under it, which
math,
is
anything that
you
can convert with 4, you can do around that 4/4 beat, dude.
Yeah. I'm sure Joseph could speak more on that.
He could. He's the professor.
I think the 13/8 clapping thing is really cool.
It was way cool, dude.
It is kind of old now. People are catching on, but I remember them doing that back in like 2009, 10, the first few shows. So yeah, they're an institution at this point.
Hell yeah.
So Mega Mike, you got into drumming, you got into death metal, you started playing in bands. What were some of the first bands that you played in?
Well, my first band was a band that I created with a couple best friends where I actually wrote a lot of the guitar material. It was me and the guitar player that wrote all the material, and it wasn't much, but it was enough for us to go around for a couple of years and to play local gigs around where I live, and then
what was it called?
Iridium was the first band. There's been a lot of like, I've never been in a signed band or anything like that. Like I've been in a lot of like local bands that have like lived for like a year or two or maybe 5 and then died out,
Yeah. Where are you? Where are you based?
Spokane,
okay.
Washington. So it's like, it's like right on the border basically of Washington and Idaho.
I played Spokane once.
Yeah. Like it's chill up here. It's cool, it's all foresty up here kind of, it's Washington. It's cool. But like there's not a lot of, there's no like, I can't think. The only band that I can think of right now that you guys can think of that is or was from here would be Enterprise Earth. Enterprise Earth started in Spokane, and then where would you say that they're from now? I have no idea. Like, because they've complete. I don't think they have an original member in that band anymore. Like, maybe one. I don't know. I'm not sure, but there's not a lot of bands from here, and so I've played in a lot of bands that no one's ever heard of. You know what I'm saying?
I got
you have the knitting factory right up there. You have a knitting.
Yeah,
factory
we have a knitting
there?
factory here. I've played there multiple times. I've played there in metal bands. I played there in my country rock band that I played with for a while. I honestly can't count the amount of bands I've been in. I'd have to really think about it, but it's like, I haven't been in a lot of bands I've never been on tour, like there's only been a handful of shows that I've played outside of Spokane, You know, like I'm truly, I get, you know, you could say I'm a hometown hero, you know, like people around here know who I am, know that I play drums and all that, but like you know, the only way people know about me now is from Twitch, you know, like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, like I could talk about my bands, but it's, you know, there's no one's really heard of them. You know, the couple bands that I could talk about that are worth mentioning would definitely be, they're kind of like sister bands because it's the same members. The one band is called Age of Nephilim, and then the other band is called Zingaya. Age of Nephilim is like a symphonic black metal band. Really,
Okay.
really fucking good material. Like really cool. You can look it up online. Like,
it's a cool name too.
It's a cool concept, like Age of Nephilim. Like yeah, it was a cool band. Yeah, so symphonic black metal there, and then the sister band of that is a band called Zingaya. Have you guys seen the movie Dead Alive?
I had a
oh yeah
Zingaya.
Yeah, that's where I was. That's exactly where I heard it from. And when you said it, I was like, why is that hitting a twinge in the brain?
My first band was called Zingaya back in high school.
No shit. Okay, dude. Okay, all right. No. Listen. I got a great story for you. Then I got a great story. So we when I was in the band, we played with like Exhumed and a few other cool bands. Like we opened up for some bands here in Spokane and all that. So after some time, right before we like the Zingaya self-titled album that you can look up online. So I'm like, I think it's on Spotify, YouTube, stuff like that. I did the drums for that. Before we recorded that, it was Zingaya spelled with a Z.
Yeah.
Right before the recording, we got, long story short, we got an email saying we got to change our name because there was some
Casey.
like, so no, dude, it was some mom and pop band.
Kidding.
It was some like a mom and pop like duo, like it's some duo of like, you know, something not metal, like, you know, some kumbaya stuff, like you know, and they were going to threaten the lawsuit. And the crazy thing is that they didn't have anything like new for the last like 10 plus years or whatever, and they were still like threatening to like
that's our name.
Yeah, and so we had to change the name to a Z to an X, and so there's still a band now.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it was a good idea. I had to change the logo though. It was cool. It actually worked out, you know. But yeah. So those are like two bands that I was in that was definitely worth mentioning, you know, because they were pretty extreme.
Also worth mentioning.
Really, yeah.
You don't watch it if you haven't watched that movie.
Yeah,
you like gore? That's the fucking coolest gore movie ever, probably.
It's pretty cool. There's
Peter
multiple
Jackson,
references.
Man.
Well, the Zingaya has a song called Zingaya. So then we could say the song Zingaya from the band Zingaya off the album Zingaya.
Yeah.
Like, to be one of those dicks. But so there's a melody in that song that's from the movie. There's like when something would happen, the like there's like a little theme music that comes on. It's in the song, like on the guitar. Sure. So it's like there's like all these little themes within that band. It was a really cool band, you know. So
that's such a cool movie. Real quick, like from
it really is
and stuff and all the like. It's so sick. If you haven't seen Dead Alive, you should definitely see that. And of course, it's Peter Jackson who directed Lord of the Rings.
I think it's his first film.
I think one of them. Oh no, I think there was one like. It was his first one. I used to have the DVD. I might still have it. What was it called? The first one. Anyone know in the chat?
That's why you're one of my best friends, Casey, because I'm totally like I have to have the earliest shit.
What was the first one called?
People that I like.
Bloody hell. To look it up. Yeah, he did a bunch of stuff. He also did The Frighteners, which is a really cool movie. Remember that one with the ghosts, like Michael J. Was it Michael J. Fox?
I mean,
Frighteners. Yeah, The Frighteners. Yeah, see, the people know. Shit was good, dude. What was the first Peter Jackson one? David would know. Whatever. It's really good though.
Warbreaker. You up in here, Warbreaker?
Like yeah, I forgot, man.
No, Jamie, pull it up.
Yeah. I was hoping Joseph would, but I got it. All right, is it? I still can't find it.
We can't move on until we know.
Bad Taste.
Bad Taste.
Bad Taste.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. Dude, that movie's great.
1987.
Yeah.
That's his first movie?
Yeah.
Then he did
That's it.
Meet the Freebies.
Yeah, Bad Taste.
Feebles.
I think. Yeah.
I've heard of that movie.
I don't know any of these. I'm not a movie guy.
Oh, she's so good.
You're not, huh?
The Michael J. Fox one was The Frighteners in 1996.
Yeah, that.
Wait, I'm sorry, dude. I gotta ask you, Professor. If you're not a movie guy, like, tell me what kind of movies you do like.
I mean, I like I like some
Skin
movies.
movies.
My favorite
like
my favorite
YouPorn.
movie is the Les Claypool spoof movie about like what's it called? Electric Apricot.
That's your favorite movie?
That's my
Okay,
all-time
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
movie.
I've never
I haven't
watched
seen
it.
that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wow, dude, that's
I
crazy.
watched it in
It's
the
hard to
theaters.
say all-time favorite movie is hard. Yeah.
Well, it
I
has
think
to
for
be Ace
mine, I
Ventura
think
because
all-time
of Cannibal
favorite.
Corpse. I mean, we know that. You know. Go ahead, sorry.
All-time favorite.
I can make
it's
like a
Dark
favorite
Crystal or
pile.
Terminator
I
2.
can make a favorite pile. You want me to make a
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
pile? I could do that. You know, I don't know.
It's a fucked up question. It's not a cool question to ask.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
it's
even
my
have
favorite
time
favorite-
for movies anymore? Because I know I don't.
Have what?
I have time for movies. I used to
I only have
watch
time
a
for
lot of
shows. Like
I
segments.
used to watch
Yeah.
a lot of TV and movies. I don't have time for it anymore.
This is my thing.
For me,
like,
it's
I
a
don't watch
it's a girlfriend thing. It's like if you
Yeah,
have a girl with you or
Yeah.
something. That's when you watch. For me, that's the only time I watch them.
Yeah.
I don't watch one by myself. I don't go like I'm gonna watch the next episode of this show by myself. I have to be like with my lady, or
But
else
I
it's
have a
not gonna be.
certain percentage of movies that I like that nobody will sit and watch with me. So I have to find the
The
time
Room?
to-
Yeah.
I've never actually sat and watched The Room, but The Room is on my list of movies. That
Your
I would
eyebrows
watch
raised up like you wanted to watch it.
because
so-
I know
know.
about it. I know about it, but I haven't had the time that we've talked about right now to actually dive into The Room because it's ironically great
Have you
because
guys
it's
seen
so
the new
bad.
Are you sure? Is it supposed to, are you sure about that?
I hear it's ironically great because it's bad.
I think it's the
Ooh.
opposite.
Sounds.
I think it's bad because it's bad.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the new Evil Dead?
No.
No, I
Anybody
actually
here?
want to see it because
want to see the new
mommy's with the maggots, dude. That's the part where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I liked the other Evil Dead, the new-ish one.
The series?
Now not new, but no, that was cool too. But the
That
movie,
was cool.
though, like the new Evil Dead, that came out, and it was like at first I was like, Psh, this is gonna suck, and I saw it and I was like, whoa, this is insane. It was like brutal and like insane and totally different than the.
I'm
old
afraid to watch it because it's all like parent
it.
and parent and
It's a new one.
kid like dynamic thing, and I don't want to like think about my kids having their mom.
Well, it's
get
also
possessed
super
and
hard.
attack them, dude.
It's hard to get into movies nowadays because we've like seen so many now, and like we've like your I don't know, our threshold has been there's nothing that's like gonna really shock us. Like I feel like unless like a Prometheus, which was kind of weird, like something like that where you'd be like, whoa, something like that would shock me. But like
something about just like if it's good though.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of like things come out.
They're all remakes nowadays. I feel like it's all like the new
but when
old
there's like
thing.
some movie that comes, it's like, oh dude, this is so good. Like it's kind of rad. Like when there's just something that's just undeniable.
It's kind of our new. I mean, if you want to go to the theater and be like, whatever, let's take a chance on it. It's kind of like old school back in the day, going like, oh, I'll just grab the CD because it looks good. It's like, and then all of a sudden it's good, and you're like, oh, it's fucking fun. Anyways, so music
expectations are just high. You got to understand that when it doesn't matter if it's movies, music, whatever. Expectations are fucking high.
It's like you with pot. Like Mike, you're smoking all the time. You need to smoke like a ton now. It's not like you need a lot to make it good now. It can't be just
the
like
tolerance is high. People's tolerances are so fucking high to like good content, good movies, good music. Like if it's not like perfect to them, they're like, well, it was okay. I mean,
exactly.
I could watch it. I could listen to it.
Exactly.
It was all right.
Exactly. And then you think about like
on weed go up, but you can still get fucking ripped like I am right now.
But at the same time, like you get like, but that's your normal spot. Then that's not even crazy anymore. That's what I'm saying. Like that's your normal. Like it's like, oh, I'm ripped as fuck. It's normal. You know what I mean? It's like not blowing your mind like it used to when you're younger.
Awesome, normal, bro.
Well, I'm not talking about going to CVS and buying like a pack of nicotine gum is like the sickest thing ever. I'm talking about like a movie that's still like, whoa, what the like touches your soul again. It feels like it's way harder at our age.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So when did you get into smoking weed, Mega Mike?
When?
Yeah, let's do all the origin stories.
Too young. Too young.
That's actually not an origin story that we've heard a lot. I'd actually like to hear it. Mine's pretty funny.
Let's see. The same goddamn friend that got me into Decapitated, Demon Borg Gear, all those bands that played guitar that I played my first guitar with. He didn't maybe I think he did actually. No, he just made it seem really cool. He made it seem really cool because he would come over. I'm like, why are you laughing? He's like, oh, dude, I'm baked. I'm like, what? Oh
yeah,
I'm baked. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, let's just jam, dude. Let's just jam. I'm like, why are your eyes already? Like, I was confused, and so like I tried it, and the first time I didn't like it, and then after that I was like, all right, this is cool.
So yeah.
It was downhill from there.
It works with everything that we've talked about so far, music and movies.
You guys have seen that Giggle Bush meme, right? With
Giggle Bush,
E.T. and the Giggle Bush. Like, that's Anthony.
That dude, Giggle Bush is one of my favorite fucking terms for weed, dude.
So good.
Giggle. Ever since Casey introduced it to me, it has made me giggle every time I hear the word Giggle Bush. Because it totally is true. It's the bush that makes you giggle if you smoke it.
Giggle Bush, dude.
You guys are making me want.
You don't want to smoke my bush.
Go for it, man.
Dude. Fire up, dude.
Wouldn't be the first.
Like Dave Lozano, dude. Fire it up 2 times, dude.
Fire it up, dude.
What are you talking about? I never heard that.
2 times twice.
Oh shit.
No, but deep cut. Deep cut, dude.
We love Dave.
Fucking fire it up.
What did I say? I probably fucked up his last name. Sorry.
He's
I love you, Dave.
He's going out with what is it? Armored Saint opening for was it like Dawkins, one of those like heavy metal bands. He's drum teching for it. So shout out.
He did Suffo. He does Suffo usually when they go out.
Yeah.
He just likes to exclaim his happiness for lighting it up via direct message a lot to us.
And multiple times.
Yeah, 2 times.
Preferably 2 times.
Every day.
He's all fire it up, brother.
It makes me want to smoke 2 times.
I almost feel like he has like an AI bot that just does it for him. Because I'm like, how do you know to send fire it up to me like every day for like 3 months? Oh man.
My thing. That happened to me as well. I'm like, he has to have like a note in his phone where it's like it's just copy paste. That's what I would
do.
Like, dude, he's using the Fire It Up app, dude.
That sounds way too real.
Next thing we know, Dave he's been secretly
put all the emails.
And he's like, dude,
it's all add contacts. It's all and then like
it just flashes everyone.
Like, he just like it's like set for like 7 a.m. every day.
Yeah, it was like early in the morning every day. It's all fired up, brother. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't fire it up as much as I used to, but we can use all next day. It's all fired up.
I love it.
I would just be like, thank you.
Thank you.
Just no response.
How many times have you said thanks, man?
Oh,
and then there's like 4 more. And you're like, all right, I'll give you another.
We got some people that get fired up. Dave, I feel like it's like an AI bot that he's got.
No, it's something that I want to be passed through into the zeitgeist because I think it deserves to be seen by multiple people.
Have you guys ever got
in a good way?
Have you ever got a fired up thing and just been like, oh yeah. Just fired it up?
I kind of feel like I need to every time I read it, dude. I'm being serious.
It's like a cheers. It's a cheers. You're like,
there's a respect. Yeah, it's exactly like I'm like, oh shit, dude, I gotta go puff 1 or 2 for fucking Dave real quick because he's throwing it up. Yeah, dude. That's it, dude.
Fuck it, Dave. Love you, guy.
Yeah. All right. It's all love. Back to Mike though.
Mike, when I'm asking all the questions today, I guess. When did you get started on Twitch? I guess would be the next step in the timeline. Unless there's anything we're skipping over that you feel like you wanted to talk about.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, this is good. I mean, I started what I just celebrated. This 30-day stream was a 2-year anniversary here on Twitch. So I started April 1st of 2021. And it was one of my best friends and my girlfriend at the time both kind of were pushing me to like, you should check it out, and so I downloaded it. I like watched it first, and as soon as like it was literally after watching like it for like a night or two, like finding some accounts. Like I followed Samus right away. You guys know Samus.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like of course I've been following him on YouTube for years. 66 Samus, he played with
no, I'm kidding. I know who Samus.
Oh, shut up.
We toured with that guy.
Oh yeah. Well, so like, he was one of the first people I followed, and then I found other accounts that were like Daniel Decay, and then just other people, and I found like our friend Blastbit. I just found people that totally I would like, and after watching a couple streams, I just knew right away. I'm like, I got this. I could do this. Like, I'm like, I just knew right away. And so I started streaming, and it was very sporadic, and I did a little bit of drumming, but it was both drumming and video games. And no, of course, I'm not into video games that most people play, like at the time, I think I was playing like Pokemon games, like whatever Pokemon. There was a couple Pokemon games and some other games, maybe Mario Golf I was playing at the time, games that people don't really give a shit about, and then I'd play a little bit of drums. And when I'd be playing drums, I'd be playing like for myself, I'd be playing like my own songs, either just songs I wanted to play or maybe old band material or whatever, mostly just stuff I wanted to play, And then like over time, I realized like when I was playing drums, I moved into this house and all that. I like lost my job. It was like right after I started streaming, I moved into this house and I lost my job at the time. And so it's like, fuck, like, what am I going to do? I was luckily I had like, I was fine. Like I had money saved up to where I, didn't have to like scramble to go out and find a new job. Like I was like, I had been working my ass off for years. And so I was like, I'm going to take like a couple months off. I'm going to do what I can with streaming, maybe do some Uber on the side to, pay some bills or whatever. So I'm not just dipping into savings and just try this, That's what I did for a few months. And then it literally happened overnight. It was October 12th of 2021. That was the night that it all changed, where literally I just started that night. I made like over $100 or $200 in streaming that night. And I was like, holy shit, if I can do that, like now that night, I can keep doing this, and this could be my job potentially, like
right.
I just started, it was literally that day, started streaming like every day, and just built like a following slowly but surely. Right after that, I met like people like Jedi and Scott and all these people on Twitch, from streamers to just people that watch, and here we are, just slowly built it up. Like
totally, dude.
And now people are all like, you're a big streamer, and I'm like, I'm not a big streamer, like I'm working on, building a community, but
so cool.
I'm just happy that I was able to turn it. This is now my job.
So you did not ever go back to like traditional work? You never went back and found another job?
Nope.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No, nice. This has been it since that. Since I got fired. So, I got fired, and I had enough money I could pay my bills, for like months.
Right.
Like I was doing okay. I was fine. Like my rent before was like super cheap. So like I was able to save money. I was doing okay for myself. I was working very, very hard every day. I was not playing music. I was doing well.
Why was rent so cheap?
I was living in some cheap ass duplex. I wasn't living in some like house, I was living in some duplex with an ex-girlfriend. Then we broke up. I was single and living alone. And then my brother was living with me. He still lives with me now, and so we've been splitting the bills for a long time.
Shout out, bro.
Yeah, dude. I've been taking care of him. He's been taking care of me, one of those deals, my little bro, looking out for him.
Mini Mike.
Is it just you and him? Or you got other siblings?
My girl actually just moved into my house.
I meant sibling wise. Do you have?
I have 2 sisters as well.
Okay.
He's my. We have the same mom, my brother, and then he has like a sister that we have the same mom, and then I have a sister that is we have the same parents. So I have
So
two, a brother and sister that's half, and then a whole-blooded sister.
How nervous were you though? You get fired from your job and you're like, I'm going all in on this. Was that like a kind of a
I was scared shit. What I was worried about is going out and finding some other job that I was gonna hate.
Yeah.
Like I didn't hate my job at the time, but I didn't love it because I had to work too hard. I ended up running a business. I was running like a vendor business, and I had too much responsibility for not enough pay, but like I made it work. And then, I got fired. No, not fired. I got laid off because it was all, everything was leaving, so I was like, well, I'm out, And I even stayed on and trained the next guy, that's like, I was, I'm a stand-up guy. I stayed on for like another month and trained the next guy that was taking my place,
Yeah.
I was getting paid for it, but I mean, like, I stayed on to help them out, help me out, whatever. And then after that, I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? Like and even then I never really had like a real job before then, like I dropped out of high school. I was smoking weed and playing in bands, that's what I was doing. Like I didn't have real jobs. I was living with my parents up until my whatever mid-20s, like I was a late bloomer. I was one of the late bloomers for sure, and then I finally got out and working for myself. And
I don't know if it happened while I was taking a piss or not, but I wanted to ask you, was there any band where you felt like this could be a career path at one point, like something that felt like it would have blown up if it kept going or whatever?
Yeah, the bands that I brought up, the Zingaya and Agent Ephraim band, like
those two,
they're great bands.
Can we find some of that stuff online?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can find it. You can
So you guys have recordings and all that shit?
Yeah. I've been out of they're still active. I've been out of the band for years though.
Is there a recording with you on it though?
Yeah, okay. Totally. Yeah, like so like for Zingaya, the whole self-titled album is me on the drums.
Okay.
And then for Nephilim, Agent Nephilim, the older stuff is all me on the drums. And then their like newest release that came out, that's already been like 6-7 years ago. I don't know how long it's been out. That's all like program drums. I was gonna do the drums for that album, but I ended up bailing. I said I can't count the amount of bands that I've left, and it's because of I don't want to talk shit on anyone, but it's like it's drugs, alcohol, girlfriend problems, all that kind of shit ruins bands. You guys know, like you guys know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Isn't that crazy how girlfriends could be a big factor?
I never dealt with it myself, but I've being in bands, significant others have taken away members from bands because they can't.
Well, it's hard, man. I mean, because you think about being think about being a woman. Think about dating a person in a band that's like leaving a bunch. It's like in their head, you're Motley Crue. They don't know what the fuck touring's like. They have no idea what the fuck touring's like. They're like, oh, you're like backstage, just like taking turns on strippers the whole time. It's like, no, we're all on laptops and like falling asleep backstage and then going on stage and then like going to the next venue. It's not like a fucking crazy party.
Unless you're like a band.
Them, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're like in a band that like makes a bunch of money, then it's like, all right, well, I get this giant checks or whatever. But it's like, it's not like we're going on business trips where we're like, going to corporate meetings and we're like, making a bunch of like we're on tour, like roughing it. So it's like coming back.
You're traveling, fighting for rest.
Yeah.
Fighting for it.
Yeah, and then you're coming back and you're like, can I stay here still? Like, you don't have
I know.
It's like you're not like coming back with a fat.
It's like, hey, I'm entertaining my wieners in front of a bunch of women. Do you mind if I stay here for cheap when I get back? Is that cool? Is that a good trade-off?
Shout out to TTF_DRMMR. I gotta just pull his thing back up. Yeah, dude.
This one right here?
He had a girlfriend that made him choose between her and his band, so he said bye and kept playing music, dude. Let's applaud this gentleman. You don't ever tell a guy,
or she wasn't that good.
No, but for real, like any chick that does that, like just get rid of your dreams and your passion.
Well, it's like Spinal Tap.
I've been
to
pretty
be with me,
fortunate,
like,
and
no.
I've never dealt with that. I've like every girlfriend I've had has been pretty overall supportive of me and my music, and the girlfriend I have now, she is more than supportive of my streaming, my music, whatever. She is my backbone. If I didn't fucking have her right now, like if I didn't have her right now for that 30-day stream, I would have been fucked. She was wiping my ass, literally. She was going out getting food for me, cleaning, everything. She was taking care of me. So shout out to all the not just her, but all the women that take care of fucking men when we're doing our bullshit, whether we're playing music or the head coaches that are out there, learning about, their teams and what they got to do for game plans and not spending any time with their family. Like there's a lot of sacrifices that people got to make. And a lot of the women are the backbones that hold that together when the men are out doing their bullshit.
I agree.
Well, I'm glad you found Twitch as a outlet for touring, because you never had to really go on tour, which is awesome, because I've talking to Carstairs when he was the one that like convinced me. He's like, you guys have to go to Twitch. You guys have to go to Twitch. And I was like, why? And then I was like he's all, dude, it's fucking like you could make money on it. It's like, I mean, not that we're in here to make money, but like if you're a band that's like trying to put their music out there and promote it to people, like it's a very good avenue, and you don't have to leave, and there's no fucking breakdown van expenses. There's no like shit like that can go wrong on tour. That's not, he was telling me that there's been a stream before where he like made more than a tour once. It's like there's things that like and you could still be with your family, you could still be married or whatever you want to do, and it's like you don't have to go and play in Wichita tomorrow. You can fucking stay in your house.
Podcast,
so we don't
cartel.com, dude.
So I mean, it's not a secret, but none of us make any money doing this podcast. And like, it'd be really funny if like we just started, screw it. All you guys put in your 2 weeks, dude. That's it. Do it tomorrow. And we're just gonna do this. I'll see you tomorrow, dude. We're gonna stream all day. Whoever comes on.
I wouldn't do a podcast if I was like trying to make money and be like, I was like, we're gonna record, like play live and do.
Should we try?
But what if we're gonna podcast?
What if we did the longest podcast in history?
The thing is, like, no. I'm talking about if we did this in 2010 or something. When if we did like 2014,
you're saying the ship has sailed. Is that what you're saying, Joe?
I mean, the joke is everyone has a podcast.
What's the longest podcast in currently? Let's try and beat that record, dude. Could you guys?
No, I'm not.
Colin, don't fuck around. Just fucking say. Look into yourself right now and say, "Could I do it?"
No.
36 hours. 36 hours.
36 hours.
Oh fuck.
Oh, we could do it.
You think we can?
Hold on.
Now all of a sudden,
I think that's what it says.
That's the record podcast. 36 hours.
That's what Google's telling me right now. What is the longest podcast ever recorded? And this is telling me Mike Russell, co-founder of UK Podcasters Community and New Media European Conference. I was thrilled to host a 36-hour nonstop podcast in April of 2016.
They didn't sleep for 36 hours? Or there's no breaks? Like, it's no
nonstop.
I mean, I heard people that take methamphetamine don't sleep for like 2 weeks. So I mean, you just score some of that, I guess. And try that.
That much.
Send,
we're just like
send all your
scratching
methamphetamine to PO box that.
Yeah, that's like a little,
Cali Def.
We could break all the records, dude, if we just try methamphetamine. I've never tried it.
Let's have a no meth rule. I like what this person is saying.
No, dude, meth is out. Adderall's in.
The idea.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's legal.
That would be hilarious if our idea of doing the longest podcast turned into like all meth addictions, and we just like stop doing the podcast.
We're just like,
Imagine the conversations if we were like, if guns to our heads have to take methamphetamine on a podcast, and like what we would talk about, and the deep dives we'd go into, just like almost like scratching our face and shit. Like it'd be insane. Like I would pay money to watch other people do that.
Meth arguments over what death metal album is actually
meth arguments. Like a death metal meth metal like argument. Like it'd be insane.
Meth metal. The brutal meth metal, dude.
Well,
okay.
God.
Meth metal, dude.
That's like basically like that's like the Romans back in the day with like the fucking Colosseum, but with meth and fetal. Anyways, so you got like drums, right?
Drums.
So you went
sick, dude.
Yes.
Drums, right?
You went and saw Gojira, you said, right? You saw Gojira and the Lorna Shore and Mastodon. You were what venue was that in Spokane? Was that, or you had to go somewhere else?
So let's tell a story about. So I did that 30-day subathon. There was one break, and that was to go to that concert.
You
That concert
fucking
was
liar.
No, it wasn't a 30 days straight, but it was a 30-day subathon.
No, I know. Yeah, for sure.
So the only break that it was they played in Portland Tuesday, the 19th, something like that, in April. And so we left that Monday morning and came back that Wednesday, and I went live again that night. But yeah, so I went to that show, and that, just a long drive from Spokane. It was a good time, But
what was your favorite band of the show?
Gojira for sure.
Yeah.
I like
Right?
Mastodon. I like Lorna. Okay. All right. So you guys would be the perfect people to talk about this. So that was my first time seeing Lorna Shore. Okay. I thought they were great. They sounded great overall. The thing is, I don't think a band like that is meant for an arena. Like it sounded like kind of weird. You know what I mean?
No, that's been my whole argument with that stuff.
Joe has an opinion about this. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably going to agree with me of that. Like they're just like that band sounds amazing probably in a club. That band is meant for a club.
Yeah, it needs to be enclosed.
Tighter sound. Like all that open room makes all those notes and hits and everything sound a little
like
weird.
a Warfield SF.
Yeah,
that's why the Pound was a good venue because of that.
Yeah,
I'm saying even the Warfield, they could break. They can.
Warfield's too much. I feel like for like a technical band.
Show there, I don't think.
No, I feel like a technical band. I think there's just too much sound. There's just too much roof. There's too much sound bouncing.
Was the perfect venue for that shit.
It was you need like small enclosed,
tight. Yeah,
exactly. Like for bands that have
Gojira, it sounds amazing in an arena.
Yeah,
the drums
in the pocket the whole time.
They have that open sound. It's like kind of meant for that reverb. Where like you listen to a band like Lorna Shore, there's not the reverb that's going on. It's not that arena type reverb. There might be a little bit of slight reverb on the vocals to where it's just not completely dry, but it's very, very slight. It's not there. There's no arena fucking reverb going on. So it was kind of, I could have saw them in Spokane a couple nights prior. They played at the Knitting Factory, but it sold out instantly, and I was busy with my long ass stream, so I didn't get to go to that. So I really wish I got to go to that so I could hear them there, and which the Knit doesn't even have like the best sound always. Like they got decent sound guys and all that. People bitch about their sound guys. I don't think they have the best built room. The room is not built best acoustically, and people that know it's not built the best, but I mean you can get a good sound of it, decent. I'm sure Lorna Shore would probably sound great there, but then hearing them at the arena, it was a little bittersweet because it was awesome, but I'm sure they didn't get the proper treatment sound wise too compared to Mastodon and Gojira, but that's only a slight factor of how a band like that
I was
sounds.
gonna say
those bands are playing. They're playing halftime though. Well, they're playing halftime, like as far as like the riffs, they're going like dun 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 dun, not like not trying to go super fast. And when you're in a room that's humongous and you're going super fast with two guitar players, there's no way unless you were to have my idea, which I'm deaf in one ear, so it doesn't really make much sense. But you have to have like speakers on each aisle that were to shoot the sound at you without having it bouncing off and coming back. It just turns into white noise if you're in a big room. So like that's what always sucked about, because like the technical crazy stuff is my favorite stuff. But like if it ever were to get popular, I would just be like, all right, check it out. Like you wouldn't hear it because there's so much going on and there's so much going the sounds bouncing on the roof, Mike, and going on the left to right in a huge room, and it just turns into white noise.
It's like a sonic ceiling that's already placed on the music because it just can't translate in a bigger
so you guys have like listened to bands like that in an arena before? Like that was that's the only time I can think of like a real extreme metal band that has like fast blast beats or whatever to the nature in an arena, and it was quite different.
I mean, just stand on stage and have there be no mics and just go like, hey, hey, hey. You know, it's like there's bouncing, and if you're going like double bass crazy, it's like, oh, that's all bouncing everywhere too.
What if you found out that there was like somebody that cracked the code and they were like, well, dude, if you want to
silent disco,
if you want to play
that's the only way it could happen.
To a large audience, the room actually has to be shaped like this, and then it gives you a fucking blueprint to where you have to like shape the walls all crazy.
That's a possibility. That's actually like real shit right
Interesting
there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, I feel like certain venues that are like at certain capacities, like there's like the right capacity venue for like good death metal shows, like I think it's like BB King's in New York or something, like, you know, or places that are like, or like House of Blues venues even, you know, that are just like, it's like the right size, like just it sounds good, you know. But I don't know. I also think outdoor stages can work like with bands like that, like in a different way. Like
yes,
you know, like it's like because of the outdoorness.
Yeah, there's no bouncing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it works in a different. Yeah,
Gilbert's trying to school us in the chat, dude. I don't know.
No, but Gilbert, you've never seen a technical crazy. I mean, loud, high distortion, fast drummed band in a big venue like that. It doesn't really.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
if you're talking about like a Rush, what's up?
Yeah.
If you're talking like a technical band with a lot of notes or something, then it works. But like if you're doing double bass at 240 and like shredding riffs, there's just too much sound. There you go, Roger. Gotcha, bitch. I'm just kidding. But no, it's really hard to like. I don't even know
too much space.
Yeah. It's just
like you just hear double bass, like, and it's just like
coming back and forth.
Yeah,
what
like
I can
echoing,
how I can describe it to you guys.
Yeah.
What sounded weird, it was like, there's the fast drums going on and it was all bouncing. The drum tone was just a little weird, a little off, you know, because like think about all these death metal drummers these days, you know, even like Austin, all that, like their tones, they're very unique, and they're I don't know, there's just something to them that like there's a uniqueness that I don't think translate well in like an arena setting compared to like a club setting. But then what, like he sounded fine overall, but then what you heard was like the fast low end guitar with the high end, you know, the Lorna Shore, they have a lot of those parts where it's like lows and like super high.
Yeah.
How that mixed together was just really weird. The mix was just not well. And it wasn't the mix of the sound booth, it was the mix of the actual music. That's it didn't blend well in that environment.
Maybe the down tuning also has a factor on how the sound travels in
a little bit, probably
like
a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on the speed of what they're playing. That
while we're talking, all I'm thinking of like is Space Invaders and how fast you shoot out your shots is like notes bouncing off of shit. You know,
God, I can't wait till you start drinking again, dude.
Too many stoner thoughts.
Are you still on a cleanse?
He needs more drunk thoughts. He's got too many stoner thoughts from me.
Yeah,
I know. I actually have been taking the weed edibles to go to bed, and I just get all weird in my head and I can't go to sleep. It's like there's like CBR. If you know, there's CBR now. There's CBD, CBR, and all those things. I took one that was like it's all five of each, and I was like, fuck yeah. And I was like, my brain was like, so what about this? What's good? And like I was just in my head all night, just going like, dude, this could happen though. So don't worry about that.
I think that's weed's one of its jobs, dude, is to uncover shit that you've not been thinking about that you should be thinking about.
CPD. Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't been smoking it that much for a while. So it's when I was smoking it 10 times a day for 10 years, 15 years, then that was like that'd be perfect. But like if I haven't, I'm like totally like if you haven't drinking alcohol for 10 years and you have a beer, you're gonna be drunk as fuck, you know. And it just like got me the other night. And I was like, you know what? This is like I didn't sleep at all. I slept an hour, dude. I took sleep time edibles are up in the drawer up there.
The mother plant was like, we haven't talked in a while. We're gonna chat for a long time tonight.
That's what happened. And I was like mad.
Yeah. It's all about the live rosin, not resin, live rosin with an O.
Rosin, dude.
And just like a little live rosin, like a vape cartridge or something, you know.
I do melatonin every night.
Yeah, but
I was trying to get away from melatonin, and like because melatonin only makes you like sleep for 3 hours, and then you wake up. And I was noticing I was waking up between 2:30 and 3 every night, and just being like, oh, and I'd be up for the rest of the night, and just be like, this is a nightmare. This sucks.
I can't take melatonin. It gives me nightmares. Like,
really?
Horrific, like vivid nightmares.
Really?
Like I've tried, big time. Like I'll get to sleep, yeah, but then like I'm having nightmares, and when I finally wake up, I'm just freaked out because like I just dreamt the most crazy shit I've ever dreamt in my life.
Dude, I've had a couple of those crazy dreams. Those crazy dreams where it's undeniable how like graphic your brain can get with a dream. You wake up from it and you're like, that could have been a fucking movie, dude. Not only could it have been a movie, but
it felt fucking real.
I'm sweating from waking up to it because it's literally got me that emotionally. So it's just like, dude, your brain's very capable of doing some crazy shit, dude.
The worst dreams for me that I've had in the last few years is like I'm hanging out with people, and then someone like does something terrible, like kills someone or something, and I'm like with them, and like I want to help them out or something. I don't even know. They're like convincing me. They're like, "Oh, help me out," and then all of a sudden, like, "No, you did it." And I wake up like, "Oh shit!" I wake up. I'm like, "I'm in jail forever." Yeah, I'm literally like, I'm going to jail forever as I wake up in the morning.
Dude,
and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm not." Oh my god, freedom! This is so good. I fucking hate my brain.
Dude, I have the most insane dreams every night. It's like
really.
I have like a whole nother life that I live. Like it's like I hate it. I hate it. But it's
you don't like that other life?
It's like mostly positive.
Casey's still like, all right, dude, see you guys
later. Dude, okay. I wake up like winded, like all this. I'm like, fuck.
Okay, but so do you go into the same life, or do you go into different lives?
I have to take a break from sleeping because I need like a break from all
Casey,
this.
Dude, is it Gilbert? I have these all the time too. Different realities,
dude. I swear to God, I have a problem. Like when I'm dreaming, I think it's real. Like
so when it's I'm like in the lucid
dream,
dreaming.
not after. Yeah, but it's the opposite.
No, lucid dreaming is you that
wake
it's not
up from
real.
it,
you know that it's not real.
Yeah. Like I'll be like hanging out, like Joel's like like half alligator, and it's like totally exactly. That's like
it's like it's all
like
you gotta call Joel and be like, wait, do you have a tail?
No, dude, seriously, I'll have like parents.
Yeah,
I'll have parents in dreams that are completely different people. I'm like, yeah, those are my parents. Those are totally my parents. It's like two random looking people. I'm like, yeah, those are my parents for sure. And then I wake up, I'm like, dude. Yeah,
whoa, weird. Yeah, but I always have dreams about like these like houses or buildings with like all these like under like structure floors and like secret passages and stuff, and it's like this thing that like won't stop. Like it's like, oh yeah, I gotta go in this like third door, and then like you crawl through this, and then you're like,
oh my god,
and it like drives me nuts, dude. It's like my brain.
You're like,
so I hate it.
Dude, it's probably some fucking like dream theater scenes from a memory shit where it's like actually happening in another world.
Yeah,
and you're like you're like living someone else's life while they're asleep.
Seriously, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get like untethered.
I need about So right now I'm having a toothache that like is messing me up a bunch. So tell me about tooth dreams in the chat.
Well, tooth dreams are very common.
Are the word.
Yeah, they chase you.
It means like
anxiety, stress.
Yeah, when your teeth are falling out in your dreams.
Or you're like,
your teeth fell out a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Where, like my tooth all fell out, and like
probably most of us grind our teeth in our sleep, and that's how that translates into the dreams, you know. But sometimes, pre-pod, I was telling you about the tongue ring that I used to have. I'll dream that I have that tongue ring, and I'm biting down on it really hard, dude. And I'm like, I can't stop myself from biting down on it really hard, and it's just a fucking weird thing. I haven't had the thing for fucking 20 years, basically, dude. You know, and it's just there in my dreams still.
I'm gonna, if my children decide they want tongue rings, I'm gonna tell them that story just so they know before they do it. That could be a possibility.
Yeah, I guess Ian's telling us we need to just convert, dude. We need Jesus.
Forever, yeah.
All right, let's go to something wholesome like Pokemon.
Dude.
Is very wholesome.
I don't know any Pokemans.
You don't know any Pokemans?
But I'm
all the Pokemans.
It just missed my generation by like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. But like everyone knows it though, and I'm like, Pikachu. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, we were in the shitty
it's been
generation that
going-
we were doing Pogs before that shit happened.
Yeah, we were Poggymans, dude.
So
we weren't Pokemans.
I'm your age,
Missed
Mike.
Pogs.
So I'm a Poke kid. I had the original Game Boy, the original Red, and I played when I was like 9 or 10. I went to that Toys R Us that was right across the street from where you guys used to live in Santa Cruz.
Oh
And
shit.
played tournaments there
Oh,
as a
damn.
kid. Yeah. So I was a Pokemon kid. I was a little
So
Ash
wait,
Ketchum.
did it start as a video game or a card game?
Video game?
Yeah, video game.
Okay.
Yeah, I just learned about it. So
Essentially.
in Japan, it was like the creator. He was like a kid who liked like bugs and like nature and animals, and so he like got inspired by that to make a video game and like the kind of second generation of gaming. So he like also grew up on games. So Pokemon's kind of like right after that era. And so that was the inspiration for it. And then the whole collection thing, that kind of came a little later in the concept. But then it translated to the card game well. But that came after Magic the Gathering. So I think Magic was like the first mass market like card game, and then Pokemon cards came a little later.
So okay, so the cards came out in purpose of being a card game, or was it just a collector thing first?
No, card game.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the collecting
video
the
game.
collector thing just ended up happening because Pokemon took off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the cuteness factor to like the game and the cards like were implemented for like the action of like gaming and
what's that most valuable Pokemon
Yeah,
card?
okay. I was about to talk about that. So I have a drink right here that's the Logan Paul drink. You know, the Logan Paul, Jake Paul. Logan
That's
Paul
his drink?
yeah, this is his energy drink or something. Or no, it's coconut water drink.
But Logan Paul on CDP, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna get like zero. He's gonna get negative. But as far as no, he bought a Pokemon card for 2 million. It was $2 million he spent, and he wears it on his neck on like a brutal like encased necklace. It's the most expensive.
I can't remember the name.
But you know what's great? That card has gone down so much in value in the last like couple years because
thank the Lord.
With the COVID, it spiked like everyone was.
Yeah.
What happened is that everyone was in their house. They had nothing to do.
Right.
And everyone started watching everything. And everyone started watching people opening up cards, what I do on. And that's what took off. And that's what helped take it off. Like, because like I collect for both. I'm going to use my cards for playing and all that, but they're mostly being collected right now, mostly. But that's like, I don't know. That's when it really took off, and that's when when Logan Paul bought that card was when it was at its like peak.
What was it called? What was the card called?
It's a Charizard. It's a holographic Charizard from the original, from the original 151 Pokemon. There's like 1,000 and plus now or some shit. I don't even know how many there is now. Because I'm like old school Pokemon nerd.
Yeah.
The Charizard from the original set, Shadowless, blah blah blah. Like that was like the highest value at the time, or I don't think it is anymore right now. The most valuable card.
I think that
That's crazy.
Supercharged that secondary market of a lot of the collector items that what's funny about me and my wife and friends and people that I've talked to during that
and coins.
We kind of resorted to our childhood interest.
Boredom.
Yeah, really I bought a Nintendo Switch so I could start playing like Mario and Zelda.
It really was a natural thing that we were like, what's the well, I mean, if we're gonna talk psychology right now, guys, what comforts us the most? We're gonna go back to the
masturbation.
Yeah.
The masturbation of
Who doesn't like a good callback?
Dude,
yeah,
totally, exactly. Nostalgia is a very potent drug.
Now, like our generation is like in charge of the entertainment industry, so they're just like pointing it back at ourselves now, basically.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I totally. And like drop culture and like we only have a limited amount of things and we're gonna put it out at this time, and then if you're ready, you're ready. If you're not, you lost it. And then if you want it on the secondary, it's 3 to 5 times more than it was when it dropped, and
we're so like phone driven too, just like constant changing. Everything needs to be constant, like coming at you. Like things are just morphing. Like you said, that card isn't worth what it was worth, but at the time it was like, oh, 10 minutes, this card's $2 million. Like he's like went and bought it, but now it's not worth it because like
these were the excitement of those
ebbs and
times,
flows.
and now we're past that, and now everybody's like, oh wait, I bought a fucking I got a sick Mighty Max collection now, dude, and I looked at all of them and I felt all the things that I felt from when I was a kid, but now they just sit in the closet.
Yeah, it's like I got a shit coin. God damn, I got a shit coin. I thought it was a Bitcoin.
I think the whole last couple of years were like a really weird like reevaluation of like what value is, and it started with like Bitcoin and money, and like suddenly it was like, oh, we're about to go through this like whole transformation of currency, and they were like, the dollar is going to be obsolete, physical money is going to become obsolete.
You nailed it.
And then and so we were all just like, and I remember just being like suspicious the whole time, like, I don't know, man, I don't know, I'm not going to invest in any of this. And then it just kind of died and ended up being like a speculatory kind of scheme. And then I think the value of everything like art and collectibles was all caught up in that whole like, we don't know what could pop off, but anything could just suddenly be worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just what was the thing they were doing? Like it was like a token of art. What was it called?
NFTs.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard that in a while. That used to be like I thought it was going to be the next thing.
Non-fungible token.
Yeah.
I
never got that whole thing.
I didn't
either, dude.
I mean, there was like, you know, the classic was the Wu-Tang album, just like the one Wu-Tang album, right?
Yeah.
Which
I still
feel like
love
all NFT-dom is gonna go back, and that's all anyone will remember it.
But that was pre-NFTs though, right? When
kind of like
that
kind of like inspired it, kind of.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
Just get back on the story. I have to take an NFP though.
I kind of have to NFP too, dude.
I have to also.
Let's keep it going. Oh,
no
dude,
way.
No.
Oh, you guys are all.
I'll stick around. I don't have to pee that bad.
I'm good. I'll stick around.
There's only one bathroom, so we have to like share. So when Joel comes back, then I'll. Okay.
I wanted to ask more about Pokemon. Like, what is your Pokemon fandom at this point?
Well, I'm a casual Pokemon fan, I would say. Like I like the actual Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
But I'm not obsessed like how like a lot of people are, you know?
Okay.
Like, I definitely so I'm a fan, but how I treat it, it's just, you know, since I'm on Twitch and a lot of big things on Twitch are, you know, like, I'm a musician, but people really like video games and pop culture and things like that. So I've tried to implement some things that I do like and things that people would gravitate to. And so that's why I implemented like the Pokemon card openings and stuff, is because I'm like, well, I got back into collecting cards.
Yeah.
So I might as well implement it into the stream. And that's exactly what I did. And it's just taken off from there, because it's a win-win now, where it's like I get to continue collecting and I get to open it for people and, you know, my followers and all that, and they get to enjoy the openings too. You know, like there was a while where I was in the pandemic, I was stuck watching the YouTube videos of people opening up Pokemon cards, from older cards to new cards. You see, and that's like you get excited when you see somebody get excited getting a good pull, you know. So like that's
I've never watched a video like that before, so I didn't really realize that was a thing. So I'm kind of learning about that right now.
Yeah, well, so like what I've learned is like reaction content is a big thing, you know, like whether it's somebody like reacting to a music video, or someone reacting to a movie or a commercial, or someone reacting to a Pokemon card opening, you know.
Like, it is so big. That is so big. Like I see like that new Sleep Token song. What's it called? The Summoning. I like went and like, because I just got into it a couple days ago and was like, this is fucking awesome. I love the end part where they changed up the style into like a funk style. But there's like literally 1,000 people that react to it, and it's only for like when that end part happens, we're like, oh, and it's like a lot of the reaction videos are those, it ends in that, or the thumbnail is them going like like, you know.
I know what you mean.
And I still watch them, and I like I deep down inside, I'm like, I hate the face on the front.
You know what
and
it
I click
is?
them and I watch them still.
You know what it is? It's think of it like this way. You guys know the videos where I'm a sucker for these videos where it's like that feel good animal stories where you find that somebody finds an animal on the side of the road and he's all beat up, and then they go and take him to the vet and they save his life, and then he's like they take him to he gets adopted, and then the animal's happy ever after. People are they want to see like real interaction, like from America's Funniest Home Videos to reality TV to somebody reacting to a dumb song to somebody helping a pet. Like people just want to see realness. That's really what it is. It's genuine, just reaction. Like it's not the reaction thing; it's the realness.
That's a good theory.
The reactions of like jazz musicians that are like very deep in the game watching like a crazy death metal video. Like I like watching those, or like a classical musician watching a gnarly death metal like Lorna Shore video or something, and they're like, okay, they're like into like jazz,
or like Alvi Miola listening to Tigran. I still can't.
Hamasyan.
Yeah. That video of him reacting with some.
Oh, that's a real one. Okay, I thought that was
real. You brought up.
That's
awesome.
a real one, and it literally is those guys freaking out about Tigran's music. And
I think,
he's insane.
Yeah, that's a great one. In general, I think our brains are like highly pre-trained to evaluate other people's expressions. Like we're really, really good, and that's like when you take psychedelics and you look at a tree and you see a face everywhere you look. It's because your brain is like extra ready to process faces and like the reactions of people, because that's what makes us pro-social and that's what's good at evolution. So we're like already so good at evaluating people's faces that it turns out if you just put a person's face on your screen, you'll stare at it all day because you're so like ready to do it. Your brain's just, that's what it wants. So
yeah, it's like if you watch a reaction of a song you already like, but you have a face looking back at you, it kind of adds like another element to it.
It is fun as fuck. Yeah,
I know. I'm in denial that I love it, but I do love it. Sometimes I'm like a new song comes out and I'm like, oh, it's like a crazy sort of something happens. Yeah.
I like it. It's when it's like the hip hop heads who listen to the metal.
Oh yeah, those two guys. I love those two guys. Well, the thing is, what I love about them is they're actually like breaking. They're actually trying really hard to like get into it,
to, like Pantera and stuff, and they're just like
Opeth, and they're just like, oh, I remember. I think it was Drapery Falls by Opeth with them. They were just like, this is the best song ever.
Dude.
Now they were like freaking out.
That I could break through.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or do you like watch
Austin Vegas? That's
Harry Mack, the
hip
hop guy. You guys ever hear about?
I love Harry Mack. I watch Harry Mack all the time.
People reacting to his freestyles that he does to.
He's give me 4 words. He was just on NBA TNT the other night.
He's ridiculous, dude. How he does that and the reactions of those people while that's happening is one of the best parts of watching it, because you're just watching them be like, oh shit, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Also, how many times have you like wanted to show your friends like, check out this song, and they'll be like, sick dude or whatever, and like it's just like every time it's never quite what you imagine it to be when you show it to somebody, but
then you're disappointed every time because you wanted them to have the same exact feelings you did. You'd be like, oh my god, did you hear that solo that you would like exactly like that?
Yeah,
and they talk over it. They're like, "Oh yeah, like what I got a rash, dude. It's weird." Like, in the middle of a song,
sucks, dude. I've been fucking dealing with this one coworker for a while. Dude.
You're like, shut the fuck up! Listen to this blast beat, damn it.
Yeah.
So then this is worst, like it's like that thing you want to do to people, your friends or whatever, but like they're like perfectly watching, like paying attention, like. They're incentivized to process as much as they can, like so it's like gives you that like, yes, they got to experience it too kind of feeling, just the way I want to show my friends.
Totally.
Well,
dude, think about the moment. Okay, think about this moment. I talked about this moment on stream the other day. Think about when you're at a concert and you're just watching a band and you're enjoying the band and they're just kicking ass and everyone around you's kicking ass, like mosh pits going off, everyone's fucking fist pumping. It's just 10 out of 10 vibes. And you look over and you see somebody that you don't even know, and they're just completely into it. And they look at you,
feel it,
you both lock eyes, and you just start shaking, you're like, like we've been there many times. Like there's just those
there's no language
you
needed.
Yep.
It's body language only, and we totally understand everything we're saying to each other.
It's similar to like wearing, like you see someone in a supermarket with a shirt that's like a underground band that you love, and you're like, what the fuck? I need to fucking talk to that guy.
Like, what's up?
Like you immediately like want to be like, dude, I know, fuck yeah, it's a sick shirt, dude.
But
So,
have you ever had those moments, and then you're like, oh, dude, you ever listen to this band? And they're like, oh no, dude. And you're like, what about this band?
That's the whole thing. That's all about that. Like, okay, we like have connected on the bands that we both agree are great. Have you heard of this band? And then
then it turns into like a elitist thing. Like, dude, I mean, have you heard of this?
But dude, honestly, this is probably just the answer of life. This whole conversation is just connection. That's all anybody's looking for. Is connection. Whether it's a love connection, an interest connection, friendship connection, whatever. It's all, a reaction connection. Like, we all just want to connect.
It's also an empathic type thing, because to go back on the like wanting to see other people react the same way you did, is you just want to see somebody else feel the emotions that you did.
Yeah.
Which will help you connect with them on a deeper level.
Exactly, dude. And that's also us wanting our fellow human to feel joy, and that's a natural thing. That's really cool. If you're a decent human, you want people to feel awesome,
But if you're not a decent human like me sometimes, and you see like, you'll see a guy with a shirt on that's just like, it's metal, but it's like metal, you're kind of like, you're like immediately in my head I'm just like, oh well, I don't want to talk to that guy. I don't know. I immediately like, well, it's like I like I'll maybe deep down, if you break down their songs of the shirt that he's wearing of like My Chemical Romance, not something like that, but like something more metal, like I can't think of the band name.
I tend to hang out on the fringes of metal a lot though too, so I'm more accepting.
But they see you have a metal shirt on though too. You both lock eyes, like, he's all, I got a Five Finger Death Punch shirt on, you got a Spawn of Possession shirt on, let's fucking hang. And like, you're kind of like, and it kind of like, I don't know, there's like an elitist thing built into it a little bit.
Not only that, you just have all those hoops that you just jump through naturally with that one thing. There's
they have a catchy fucking songs, like as far as pop is concerned, like Jesus Christ, they have catchy songs, like, like, I just don't, the name, you're just like, well, no, I can't like this because I have put too much work into this, and this is not a thing I could publicly let, you know what I mean? But at the same time, they do like Bad Company and stuff. You're like, oh, it's catchy, like, okay. Like, I get what you're doing, like,
I get what you're doing.
People just connect on different levels, like they can think of all the people that just connect on country music, they connect on, the vibe is, we like God, we like beer, we like Ford trucks, let's
our chicks.
We want to just sit around and play some acoustic guitar and have a good time. And that's great. That's how some people connect, and some people connect by, we listen to satanic metal and blast beats, and
but even the country ones, the country people will be like, oh, you like Ford, dude? I like fucking Ram, you fucking pussy. Like, it gets like, I swear to God, it gets down to that, because I've lived down there,
too.
That's the same.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you listen to Opeth? Oh, you listen to Dream Theater?
Pussy.
Clean vocals? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I understand that. But wait, what was your thing? You said, what were you just talking about, Joel, before Opeth and all that? You were, the country shit. But it's like the simple aspects of it. I used to be like, this is fucking, I can never get into country music because of the like simplicity of it, That's how I used to feel.
You need like prog country, you're like tech country music.
That's how I used to feel. I totally was like, dude, where's the tech country, bro?
Dude, it's actually out there.
There is.
I played in a country band.
The last time I
changed my opinion on country.
I said, where's the tech reggae? And I had my fellow resident homie, Professor.
Oh yeah, technical reggae.
Still listening to the Groundation album.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I was just bumping that last weekend, dude.
Yeah, that was a cool thing.
Very fucking good album.
I don't know. for technical country, I just would say the bluegrass stuff
Oh,
is
dude.
Bluegrass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've been
Roy
exposed to.
something.
Roy.
He was.
I
Like
mean,
a
Hank the
chicken
Third has like some
Yeah.
chicken picking stuff
No, but
in it.
I
That's
was at
pretty
some
sick.
event, like I don't even know where I was like recently, but I was like hearing this music and then like I don't even know where it was, but like dude, there was like a country song and there was like a bunch that I was kind of like almost like making fun of, and I was like, oh shit, people are into that like around here. I should like be careful. And then some song came on that was just like in some odd timing, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like counting like so, and it was like some weird change, and I was just like, wait, what? Like in a country song, like, and I didn't even know that like these people did that. It was like, you know, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 or something, like some bar of 5/4 out of nowhere or something like random, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like it was just like tripping me out. I was like sitting there and it like I was like it wasn't background music anymore. I was like I have to listen to this now. And then like all of a sudden, then that was the only song, and then the rest were just like whatever. But it was like so
straightforward. I think what I was just going with the simplicity was that it's like there's just that's a level that some people just have to coast on, you know. They gotta just be like the simple lyrics telling a story about some simple life shit. 4/4 time.
That's how some people connect.
Gotta have that melody that everybody feels great.
It's like waves in the ocean, dude. It's like when the surf comes in, like it's like a simple, like nice day of like regular good surf is like regular time. And then like a super choppy day, like with
fucking chopping it up,
all fucking like the waves are just coming in all crazy choppy. And like there's that guy out there still surfing the wave. There's like 3 guys out there instead of like 30. And it's just 3 guys surfing the like
all the dick
crazy
draggers went home.
shredding the choppy waves. That's like the techie guys, you know. I'm not one of them. I can't surf.
All the dick draggers are listening to like fucking Garth Brooks and shit. No, but right here, this guy, Amigo the Devil, by the way, that guy, he started off as like metal, crazy death metal stuff, and he went into country. And dude is insane. Like for me, like
even in the country realm, he's insane.
It's usually like him. I mean, I just saw him a couple months ago, but he had a full band behind him. But it was just the videos I've seen of him is just him and an acoustic, and like I was just like, oh, this is cool, and I was just started just like crying. It was like so good. I was like, he's like so he just like fucking he believes what he says, and you're just like, geez, and like he's got this huge following, and he's come from like playing tattoo shops, and like I remember in Sacramento, people are like, oh, you played this tattoo shop here, check him out, he's really good. And all of a sudden he's like selling out UC Theater, where I just hung out with, you know, Dying Fetus and stuff a couple nights ago, like selling it up by himself. Like he's huge, he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But like, dude, like is all death metal and like Converge tattoos, and you know, he's got like all kinds of metal tattoos on him. But dude is like the nicest, sweetest guy. But then he gets in this mode and plays, and he just like has this crazy look to him, and he just like gets in this trance and just plays, and you're like, whoa, like he is. It like puts everyone, it's like, he makes funny like albums about like
murder country. Oh shit, dude, that kid.
But no,
that makes my ears perk up.
That's heavier than outlaw country.
I know, right? It's gonna be like, dude, you ever heard Mass Shooter Country, dude? It's so
Jesus.
No, I'm just trying to one up it. I don't know. Terrorist Country, dude.
It's like too soon, eternally. You know, just
forever.
But like it's all about, you know, it's like it's like kind of like back like what's like the dark country, like Johnny Cash, or like the High Men and stuff. Like, you know, so like
someone said he's like black metal country, or he's black metal
country,
like Johnny Cash.
But I mean, like. But like going back to even like just straight country before the stuff, like, there was country that was different than other country, you know.
And
like, dude, even
totally
Brooks, man, like Thunder Rolls and shit, like some of that shit's dorky, but like fucking it's kind of cool,
dude. The whole Tom Segura and the whole Your Mom's House thing with Garth Brooks
thing is the best.
I love it, dude. I love it.
They're holding up signs at his shows going like, where are the bodies? And like as an inside joke, and like people are showing up like
Where they buried Garth?
Yeah, because supposedly he's like they just play like videos of him talking, and they're like he's a fucking serial killer. This guy's nuts. Like because like they're crazy videos he puts up. I'm like, hey guys, what's going? It's like the creepiest, most awkward videos ever, like cringiest videos you've ever seen. And so there's people that just show up to every show like. We know where the body, like, show us where the bodies are and stuff. And Garth, they're like blocked him from all their social medias and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, jeans.
Keep them high and tight.
Dude, I don't know if I wanted to get like dark and real, but there was just a serial killer in the town I used to live in who got arrested.
Santa Cruz?
Night. No, Davis.
Oh,
dude,
okay.
Oh shit!
Did you guys hear anything about that?
No.
Oh my god, dude! They managed to contain the story. So, it turns out it was a student, but we didn't find that out till today. Who killed 2 people and stabbed a third person?
That's not really a serial killer.
Dude, he killed
multiple people.
But he struck on 3 separate days. So he killed somebody, and then 2 days later he killed somebody else, and then 2 days later he stabbed somebody else, and then it was like 2 more days till they caught him. So for like 5 days, 7 days, there was like they shut down.
That's like an oatmeal killer.
They did a shelter in place and everything, and I like knew the park where the murders happened. I've like, that's like my neighborhood, and that when I lived there and shit, and I'm just like. Dude, it kind of fucked me up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like last few days have been rough because I also follow like the UC Davis like Reddit community and everything, and I was like hearing from the students like classes are we gonna cancel classes? Like I don't feel safe right now.
Is that in Cali?
Yeah.
Man, wow, that's wild.
Yeah. So I'm just glad they caught the motherfucker.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm glad they caught him.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's starting. He was like, yeah. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
No, that's enough to warrant a serial killer because it sounds like he probably would have just kept going.
So
yeah, he would have been.
So we've literally become the Cali Death Podcast.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I lived 5 blocks away from the Golden State Killer. That was like the most prolific killer of all time. I was living 5 blocks away when he got caught. It's like the most prolific serial killer in California's history. There's like this old man getting like wheeled out. I mean, he was 5 blocks away.
Well,
yeah.
Crime podcasts get a lot more
crime
podcasts get a lot more traction, than Death Crime podcast guys. So maybe we should switch gears a little bit.
People like spooky streams.
I mean, Joel's from Santa Cruz. I mean, there's a fair share of serial killers from there. Right?
Yeah,
we have.
We've been contacted.
They got coined. They got coined from Aptos. They got coined. The term serial killer got coined by the fucking dude. What's the god damn it? I can't think of anything.
Tony the Tiger.
No, the big tall guy, the co-ed killer. He used to hang out the jury room and was friends with all the cops and all the judges and was killing a bunch of people. Ed Kemper. Yeah. So like he used to go to he was like there's a fucking very popular Netflix movie or show about it. But he was like literally like I lived across the street from where he like decapitated his head. Yeah, look at all these Ed Kemper.
Like, I've definitely heard that name before.
No, he literally Mindhunter. Mm-hmm. So like he literally lived when I was like a kid, my dad was like, oh, that's where like literally I could hit it like
oh shit, as hard as the big guy in Mindhunter.
Yeah. He lived across the street.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. I love that.
He decapitated. He was so like lawless that or just like fuck it that he went into the carport where like literally I could kick a rock at him. Like he chopped off his mom's head in the carport and just like held like just to be like he wanted to get caught and they were just like they wouldn't catch him and he was like what? Just, like put it in the freezer and stuff. And my dad, I was a little kid, but I was like, dude, all this crazy shit happened like right there. And as a kid, I was like, that's why I'm still into I watched the Sword and Scale and all those podcasts because I like that. I was like right across from Ed Kemper's house growing up, so I was like I don't know. Anyways.
Devourment sells a T-shirt that's just the Ed Kemper mugshot and the Devourment logo on top.
Jesus.
Well, but they used to call him spree killers before Ed Kemper, and then they brought in Ed Kemper, and he was super smart. He's all I'm willing to give you all my information of why I did it and what's going on, and he allowed them to break it down, and they started catching other serial killers because of his like map of what he was thinking. Yeah, and then they called it serial killers because of Ed Kemper. So
wow,
we had a big serial killer here in Spokane however long ago. Okay. Robert Yates.
Robert Yates.
Yeah, he was going around killing like prostitutes and all that.
Those are easy ones.
That was a big one. That was a big one. That was a big one.
Yeah, really?
Oh yeah.
Insane. This is
a lot on the. Seems like a lot on the West Coast, or am I just?
Well, I mean, for a while, Santa Cruz was the serial killer capital of the world in the 80s because there was like 3 or 4 of them.
There was like 2 at the same time. I think it was Kemper and somebody else were also serial killing at that era.
And then
where was Ted Bundy? California? No.
God damn it! It's just all in California. Like, fuck
I know.
I think he's
Who's the Zodiac Killer? Zodiac Killer was about 30 miles up Vallejo and stuff like that. That's where the Zodiac Killer was. So
yeah, fuck, dude.
It was kind of like all that was going on at the same time.
A lot of bad apples coming out of Cali.
And then all of a sudden they came out with like phones that are like computers and have cameras in them, and they all disappeared kind of.
Honey, we're not moving to California. Honey.
Yeah, Mike says Zodiac was Bay Area for sure. That's
Bay Area, yeah.
Oh, then the Golden State Killer too.
That was the one I lived next to. Yeah.
That guy, fucking the fuck.
Who else did you live next to?
Heights.
Yeah,
I know. I lived next to 2
some good neighbors. It sounds like.
Oh my god, I haven't even put that together. Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Fucking Manson was my dad's best friend, dude.
That's my dad. No, but that's all. I mean, it's scary shit to think about that people are, out there killing.
Well,
let's just talk about killing it in quotation.
Well, it's Cali death. I was just trying to go along with the theme.
Yeah, dude, isn't that funny, dude? Us death metal guys or metal guys, when it actually becomes like real death and injury and
like no
people like, oh, dude, we don't. You get all squirmish and like,
well, dude, no. Check this. So when it comes to streaming and like the whole like when we're listening to metal and watching music videos, I really get turned off now when it's a music video that's all like extremely gory. Cause like,
me too.
It's been so overdone. Like I'm over it. Like I thought it was cool when I was 20. Like
a kid,
even then it was like, how cool is this? Like it's like so being older now, like I really like when it comes to like a music video, like I want like I just so there's this thing on my channel where a music video requires 2 things. A band has to be playing in a warehouse. Or like an open area that's like a warehouse or an abandoned area, and then there has to be a girl like wandering, either running from something or else just like wandering, and that's part of like the video. Like that's a hit music video right there. But there's still all these videos that have like all this gore and all that. I'm just like I'm over that. Like come on, let's get the wandering girl. Let's get the warehouse. Like come on. We have a formula here. Let's keep this going.
Like live shaking shots of a camera and then like a wandering girl going like, where do I go? What's going on?
Dude, no, seriously, start paying attention now. Look out for warehouses and wandering girls. More so the warehouse thing, but then once you see either one, if maybe the vocalist is a woman, and is wandering around, but maybe like Fallujah's video, Radiant Ascension, that fits they're like playing in an open area or whatever, and then they got some girl that's just like wandering around like doing whatever the hell she's doing.
God, that's hilarious.
Hit video right there.
I love it.
I've seen so many of those. Jesus Christ!
I like weird music videos.
We're gonna film a video soon. I'll pitch that when we talk about the concept.
You gotta get like the most beautiful girl that just looks like, just like she just doesn't even know what's happening. Just.
I've seen that so many times. It's so good. Oh my god!
Hit video right there.
Just rent a warehouse.
Video. Go ahead.
I was saying rent a warehouse and have one of the girlfriends just be like confused, and you have a fucking music and like shake the camera at some parts go like like shake it a little bit, and then you're good.
My favorite music video that has stuck with me like since I was a kid or like whatever is the Unforgiven 1 video of Metallica with the old man. Dude, that video is like to me just been ingrained as like the most important music video to me for some reason of all time.
No, it's like a young. I mean, one of the lyrics too. As a kid, it was like for me, it was like, "Old man, bag of bones, tell me what you will."
It was the part where he was like this,
yeah.
dude.
I don't know. I'd say Black Hole Sun is pretty important.
Yeah,
that music video.
That
Definitely top 5 for sure.
dude,
Yeah.
you hit the nail on the head for me,
That was
dude. That
later.
was probably the most memorable music video of my childhood. Was
That song, that video, fucking yeah.
Dude, watch there's a live acoustic video of Chris Cornell playing Like a Stone from his the band with the guy from Rage Against. Yeah, Audio Slave. And dude, it's so much better than the song, the actual song. It's like I watched it the other day. I clicked it and watched it, and I was like crying to it. It was so like heavy. It was like I cry. I know Joseph knows I cry a lot to music.
Me too, man. Me too.
If art can make you feel emotion, music. Come on,
just anyone with an acoustic guitar can make Joel cry.
Apparently. If music doesn't make you cry,
probably a serial killer. How many shows do you go to and cry to? I've gone to concerts and cried to so many bands. Like I cried to Metallica, cried to Lamb of God, cried to this band, that band. I can't. I'm just.
It's not like a. It's not a sad cry.
Oh no. But then like you're just standing there like. No one's gonna see me fucking cry.
It's happy tears.
Hide your hair. You're like, no, okay. No
oh, that's why I wish I had long hair sometimes.
Okay, I'm tough. This is such a good show. God damn it, I'm so emotional. Yeah, dude. No,
you just start fake sneezing, going, oh, it's allergies. I don't know. Weird allergies.
It just gets you to a point where you can't control expressing like a really extreme emotion at that point.
Yeah, it's excitement. You just can't.
Happy tears.
You're connecting with someone else's passion that they're trying to instill into others too.
Dude, we've all been excited as children enough to where it made you cry too, or just been so happy that it made you cry. It's just like this, but it's so crazy and cool that like art or somebody performing something to you can make you do that involuntarily. You know,
one of the best cries I think any musician can have is the movie Titanic.
Yeah,
you guys already know what I'm saying. You guys know what scene I'm talking about.
Mine's Free Willy when the Free Willy jumps over the thing.
No. The scene in Titanic where the ship is going down and all the fucking musicians are playing, and then they get done playing, and then they're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" Fuck, and they just keep playing, and then they're like, "Well, it's been like, dude, I'm getting goosebumps singing." Dude, that scene is
yeah.
Well, I'm more thinking about the scene of the fucking old people that just lay down in their bed and they're like, "All right, dude. It's fucking done, dude. Just fucking let's spoon each other."
It's all about those Alice in Chains nutshell vibes, dude.
Ooh,
that's one.
Yeah.
Just any Alice in Chains unplugged, pretty much.
The unplugged version.
Unplugged.
Dude, that one's rough. Dude, God, man. There's like a new documentary that came out about like Lane and stuff. Like I watched it recently, and
what's it on?
So many. I mean, there's like a bunch on YouTube and different places. I can't remember where on
YouTube.
Yeah, but like, dude, there's so many, you know, and it's a kind of the same sad story, but there's all these details and stuff. But it's just like, just tons of drugs, sad story. But like, dude, it's like,
how's that sad? You got to feel so high and better than we've ever felt in your life. Sorry.
Yeah, but
it's sad because he's gone, man. You know,
I know that sucks.
I know, obviously. but I'm just saying, man, like, yeah,
I was just about to say 27 Club, dude.
But like that Alice in Chains Unplugged concert,
God.
Like, I mean, to me, it's the best Unplugged ever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like there's something about like him coming out with the gloves on. You know, there's track marks under those fingers and all the shit. He was shooting up his, you know, I mean, he was just so out there, like,
was feeling no good. Yeah,
and you can just see that, like. Yeah, Joe. Like when he comes out, dude, even when he starts, he's so high, he's totally gorked up, but it's still like it's
gorked up. I've never heard that term.
It's gorked. It's even more like
that's fucking like gorked,
like, like, because you know he's all like he's like he's, you know, he's feeling it, but it's so like it's insane. He's like singing about his own, like, dude, it's fucking,
yeah.
It's like as deep as it can get and heavy with that shit. Like the whole, I don't know. It's just super cool.
You believe him. You believe it's pain.
It's painful to watch. It's like this guy is like he's chosen that path like forever. Like, and he was all about. It's just like this weird artistic moment, but it's like so just gross, but at the same time like beautiful and like really just the craziest, like deepest
Yeah.
That is grunge right there, dude. Like,
yeah.
that is fucking.
For me, it's like the solo John Frusciante albums between when he quit and rejoined Red Hot Chili Peppers. Those I can't even listen to because I'll break down thinking about John and his beautiful story and everything. So,
dude, his story. Remember, he was like being interviewed, and he's just all. They're like asking, like, "Are you gonna like what's up with the heroin?" He's like, "I love it. I'm never gonna quit it." He's just all like, he's insanely skinny, like looks like a fucking. Yeah, he's like, I love it. It's like it brings out the best in me, and blah blah. And like, he's insanely skinny, and like, it's like on an MTV fucking interview, and I'm just like, whoa, dude. Like, that's like the scariest interview I've seen of the guy. I thought he would be gone for sure. Like, I was like, after seeing that, I'm like, you're done.
Yeah.
There's not.
I love that the Chili Peppers are touring. I want to go see them. I don't think I will, but I'm just happy they're still doing it. Like, John was like my favorite musician when I was a kid. So, yeah. And
he's such a good guitar player.
Heroin and music, they do go together. I've never
does.
tried heroin.
It's
it
just
just
strange.
sucks for me because I feel like that's a big reason why I haven't been in like a band that's done anything.
It's heroin.
Like, no, not heroin, just drugs and alcohol. Like, I touched on it earlier about like drugs, alcohol, relationship issues. Like, that's always been a factor of me, like either leaving a band or just getting in a disagreement with either one of the members in the band. It's always been something of that nature, you know. And it's really hard, like, and that's why I'm glad that I got Twitch where I can just do this. People ask me all the time, they're like, Mike, do you want to be in a band? Do you miss being in a band? I just was in a band and I just quit for, you know, personal reasons of along certain similar situations, you know, multiple, you know, things. I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on my stuff, and you know, if a band comes around that I can join that doesn't have that kind of baggage, then I'm all about it. Like, every band I've been in, there's too much baggage. There's never been a band that it's like, we're coming together and this is what it's about. You know, it's always been, what it's been about is, oh, let's get together, let's have practice, and let's get fucked up and maybe go play a show, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what every band I've been in has been like, and I'm tired of that. I want to find a band that wants to, whether, I don't care if it's just recording, whether it's touring, both. I don't care. I would just like to be able to create music with like-minded individuals that don't have that kind of baggage, or at least if they have that kind of baggage, it doesn't get in the fucking way. Like, I'm not fucking perfect. No one's perfect. I got my own shit, but I don't, that's never really gotten in the way of me and like my bands.
Well, it's like balance.
Totally.
Like, if you're able to have like a balance, like, you know, people that can drink or do stuff and balance it out and not like every night and all this kind of stuff. But like the same thing with like, dude, like, I mean, people thought they could do that with those harder things, and it's just like, it's just impossible, man. Like, no one's like, I have great control over like my crack like usage.
I mean,
like,
speaking of crack, did you see the Crazy Town fight the other day? The band Crazy Town.
I have not, but I know exactly.
Oh my god, it is
should I watch
bad.
it?
What?
Yeah.
No, don't put it on, because he drops hard.
Come, my lady, like that.
He the other singer drops hard ends, and he's calling them hard ends, and they're fighting each other like drug addict, because the singer is a shifty, and he's been on like a million like get sober shows with Dr. Drew, and he just like won't get sober, and like I guess he's sober now. Like,
what
supposedly.
Band is this? What band do I avoid?
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar.
That
baby.
song, that band.
Yeah. That
is
band.
Actually a Red Hot Chili Peppers sample, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Ding,
I don't even know you guys are talking about.
That's John. Yeah, it's John and Flea.
Oh man,
dude.
Dude, it is literally the worst, because the singer just didn't show up because he's getting high somewhere, and he's like sober and he's just getting high, and then there's two singers, so one singer has to do the "Come My Lady" song, that their number one hit, that their only hit. Like, he has to do it live in front of like some like small little like drunken fucking fair or something, and then like he takes the money for the show for the both of them, because he's like, no, I did the song, and then they fucking show, and there's a video of just a cell phone video of just dude, like just the other singer that wasn't there just beating him up bloody, and then the other guy getting up and just like calling him n-words and saying, I'm gonna kill your children, and like saying the worst things that I've ever seen. And I was like, I watched the video, I was like, oh my god, how are you still This has to be the end of you guys. You guys should have been gone like 15 years ago. And the fact that this is even a thing now is blowing my fucking mind. Like I have no idea.
There's gonna be a Crazy Town and Smash Mouth comeback tour in 5 years. I swear to God.
And who's opening for him? Trapped?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All in support of Kid Rock.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Who's not canceled at all.
Do you guys know much about? I don't know about this Falling in Reverse band and that Ronnie guy. I just learned about him and then about how he like apparently like murdered someone or some shit, and then he's like still. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Like I don't
know you're talking about Ronnie Radke and Falling in Reverse. I thought that was more like sex stuff, not. Yeah. But then there's As I Lay Dying and that guy Tim who tried to kill.
Didn't he like hire somebody?
I feel like you're kind of maybe combining two things, or
hired a hitman.
No. That's what somebody was telling me. Like I mean, you know, you can't believe everything you hear on the internet, but I think that's what somebody was telling me in my chat. You know, because I was like, "What's the deal with him?" They're like, "Oh, he like killed someone or something." It's like, what? Like, what?
So Gucci Man.
Falling in Reverse is rising.
Someone just said
what?
Pedophile. Anyways, I want to put that on there.
It's like really the Cali Death podcast has been so much murder and.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we're trying to fucking stay true to our name for the first fucking time.
Crime heavy episode.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to put it out there that I'm trying to find some musicians that aren't like Flakes, you know, like, that don't have like
Spokane, Washington.
Like,
you got a great drummer. Like I watch Mike fucking just jam. Like he's like, oh, I kind of know the song, just nails it. And I'm like, you kind of know it. Like fuck you. You don't like. I've seen so many times. Like that's actually what turned me on to your podcast or your live stream was like you just going like, oh, I'll jam do it, and I was like, whoa, he's like nailing this. This is like not. This is an actual legit drummer. The fact that I don't know if do you want to find like musicians to jam with, or do you want to keep doing the Twitch? Because I feel like you have kind of a good world right now of like not. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would like both, you know, as in like I would love to like if I could find a band that I liked that was doing stuff and the circumstances were right to where, you know, I wouldn't like try to join a band obviously to try to make money. You know, I'd be doing it for passion, but if I could do it to where I'm not exactly killing myself, you know, if I could still do what I'm doing and then do that and, you know, at least break even, like,
well, you have the platform though. It's
maybe lose a little bit, you know, to where it's not, I can recover back. Like, then, yeah. But like, see, here's my thing. Like I'm 10 years plus too late, as in I've watched Crim, I've watched Samus, I've watched all these drummers that put out all these videos online of themselves just playing covers, and they David Diepold, you know, there's all these, there's numerous, of course, any musician, but definitely drummers. You could say there's so many drummers out there that just put out content and then they're just landing. Gabe Seeker, Siebert, yeah, like there's just Mike Caputo. You could just name drummer after drummer after drummer that they're just working drummers for multiple bands, whether it's heavy metal or not heavy metal. You know, like the drummer of Five Finger Death Punch now is actually really ripping drummer. Charlie, I can't pronounce his name. He wasn't in the band before. He was doing his own stuff, I think, or whatever. But now he's like in that band, and you know, like for me, I would love to be able to be one of those guys where it's like I can go plug myself into a band, you know, because I think for me as a musician, I think my strong point is playing something that's already written versus something that I've written. You know, like I recognize, like I think I'm an okay writer, but like I think I'm just a better physical drummer and just learn some stuff and then play over it. Like I think that's like my strong suit. You know, like I recognize that. And so like, I think I would love to, you know, if I could find something that would work, whereas a band that was like, yo, you rock, join us. Like, then yeah, like that'd be cool. But, you know, until then, I'm just going to keep rocking on Twitch, you know? And that's like, yeah, everyone's asked me, they're like, you know, do you miss being in a band? No, I don't. I don't have I don't have to take my drums anywhere. I don't have to deal with drunks at a bar. There's so much shit I don't have to deal with. I can just be here, right here, and connect with people, pay my bills, get done, and just my bedroom's right there. I can go to bed, right? You know, like I can't ask for anything better, you know. And so, like, if I, you know, could do that, you know, do a band thing, that'd be cool. It'd have to be the right situation, though, you know, like you know, and obviously, like, that's a big factor of me though too, like connecting with a band. Like, you know, like I don't want to be joining a band that's got like a bunch of baggage, you know, like that's just, who wants to go work for a business that has a bad reputation, you know?
Totally.
That's the same as a band. You don't want to go work for so that's where I'm at. I don't want to go work with a bunch of like drunks that can't get anything done, you know. Like, if you drink on the side and have a good time, that's fine. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. But like, if there's drama or problems involved in the band that I don't want a part of it, I'm gonna sit here and deal with my own drama that I got to deal with in my chats. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need that stress. But until then, I'm just gonna keep rocking. You know,
I can see you getting like a Alex Bent kind of get like a gig, like a Trivium or something, where it's like you have like a stand-up comedy, like comedians have podcasts, and then comedians, their podcast gets big, and then they go from comedy clubs to theaters. It's like you have like a reach to people already, and I think that helps a lot for your like brand. And if a band like was looking for someone, I feel like they were like, oh well, dude, this guy's established, he like is obviously committed to it, like he has his own, people know who he is through like Twitch and stuff, like that'd be a cool person to bring on. So
I mean, there are a lot of drum gigs out there. You just have to be kind of clued in to the network of people looking for them or finding people for them.
It's all about who you know, and I haven't known anyone until the last 2 years of me being on Twitch, and now I actually know some people, and I know my name gets tossed into buckets, but there's no, you know, there's nothing there yet, you know. Like Fallujah, you know, Andrew just left, you know, like you were down, I would be down. What drummer wouldn't want that gig, you know? But honestly, I don't think I could do that. His fucking writing is a little brain melting for me. I'm a kind of a caveman drummer. I'm very, very self-taught, very 4/4. I hate odd time signature drumming just because it's just not my style of playing. I love listening to it. It's just not, it's not for me. So, like, you know, the whole conversation of like, you know, people always ask me, you know, would you sell out? As in, like, would you go play for some like band that you didn't like? Million fucking %. Fuck yeah. I'd go play some fucking boom ka for way more money than you would make playing blast beats. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm all about it. Sign me up, you know. But
as a kid, that's like a kid thing. It's like, dude, would you play for fucking Slipknot?
Yeah.
It's like when you're like in a or not, Slipknot's a big gig deal, but like, be like, would you play for Korn or something? Like, no, dude, I'd never play. But like when you get older, like, fuck yeah, I play for Korn. Like, kidding, I play from like
if Katy Perry wanted me to drum for fucking some bullshit, you know, sign me up.
Totally.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
There was a post that was it that guitar player for Alice Cooper, what's her name?
Nita,
Anita,
Nita Strauss,
Nita Strauss, and she was like saying something about like, yeah, dude, like the pop world with Demi Lovato, I think she was playing for it. It's like in the pop world, like they're not all gatekeepy about whatever, like they're just like, oh dude, like like no one's like, oh, she, you know, whatever. Just like,
no one's giving her shit for going to Denver. It's like everyone's just like, fuck yeah, get that gig. That's like, a sick gig.
That's she's making money. Yeah, we get it.
Anyone that's talking shit is just a hater at that point.
It's like, what do you want to like not make money and like not like, I don't know, like play for small crowds? Like, would you like your whole life when you're in your 40s and, you know, like get up there and like use your skill and use it.
Either that, you have to have a real job, and then you get to go be a musician with integrity, and that's a cool thing to do too, for sure. But if you want to be a full-time musician, which helps your overall musicianship, then you take gigs that aren't like your niche avant-garde, technical, brutal.
Dude, that's why I joined a country band. I joined a country. So I always played in metal bands growing up, you know, and never made any money doing that. You guys, you don't make money playing, especially, my little gig of just playing in the same town, same venues, opening up for national acts or just headlining our own bar gigs, like whatever, you're not making money.
Yeah.
Then I got the offer from a buddy of mine that recorded this guy. He's like, hey, this country rock guy needs a drummer. I was like, okay. He's like, you want to get paid to play country? I was like, fuck yeah. Like instant. I was like, get paid to play? Like, yeah. And so I showed up and started practicing. And what it was, it's like, a lot of country, at least around up here, I'm sure it's just all throughout the country, where it's like, these country acts, they play from anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, and so they have to have a ton of material, from original material to cover material. And the cover material is actually almost more important, because that's what people are going out for in country crowds. They're going out to dance, and people can't dance to music they don't know. You put on Chattahoochee or Copperhead Road, people are fucking hitting the dance floor.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
instantly, like heartbeat. So like, yeah, I took that gig and I loved like most of it. I can't say I loved every second of it, but like, overall, like, it was a great experience. It made me learn that metal guitar players have no fucking idea what they're doing when it comes to amps and tone. Like, sorry, I don't care who you guys are. Most metal guitar players
rhythm
have no
too.
idea. Well, I'm just saying tone, like country tone. Every guitar player that I played with in the country rock act, their guitar tone was chef's kiss. I mean, like immaculate. Like, and then like, take the instance, like, how many metal bands have you heard where you hear a distortion tone? It's super maybe crunchy, maybe, and then you go into a clean tone and it's way, way louder. And it sounds like, like, it's because these guys don't know how to fucking tune in their gear. Like, and so, I mean,
but
in country made me learn that.
You could use it other way around, like have a country guy get a sick death metal tone.
Well, no, totally. Well, honestly, I bet it would be easier for a country guy to get a sick metal tone than the other way around. Like, I'd put my money on that. I'd put.
Dude, when you're going high distortion, guy do a freestyle rap, dude. What are you doing?
No, I know what you're talking about though, because when you're going like with a lot of people that are more metal versed, they're like, I want it like the sickest crunch, but like going into
they're not focusing on the clean at all.
The clean, they're like, oh, it's way too, it's so crispy and loud. And I mean, Mike Gilbert's like my number one reference. I would like, Mike, point out for like
Mike knows that Mike knows.
Yeah, Mike knows. He'd be the one I would consult in, like, because I would want like if I like my overall setup would be like, I don't know, like a probably just one of those fractals or something, then like a side Roland, what's that, V20 or something, Mike? You know what it is? Like that really nice clean amp. That's like a dream tone of like having the clean. But the thing is, a lot of people like switch over to the clean channel and they're so excited from the JC120, but like they're so excited from like playing metal that they don't have the clean like dynamic, because like clean will really bounce back at you if you're picking too hard. That's like Paul Masvidal has that in spades. Like he can go like metal to like cleans to like metal. Like he's got like all that dynamic shit down, but a lot of metal players don't have that. Also,
well,
like,
I will say they have like metal guitarists have improved. Like you like listen to a guy like Justin McKenney. His guitar tone.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot of gain, and I feel like that's like where guitar tone is like evolving for like metal. Is like you're taking the gain away, so then you can get that clarity, and then that end when you're not, especially when you're you got to get that crisp stop, so you can't have so much gain to where it's just so like, metal guitars I will say are starting to figure it out. But for a long time, like especially since playing in that country rock band, it made me realize, like, over a long time, at least guitar players around here really do not know shit about tone and how to dial in their instruments,
Yeah, it's a real different world. That's a complete, like, I worked at a Guitar Center for a long time with like a dude that was crushing at country western. I was a metal guy. Like other guy was a butt rock guy, and like there was no real link to us. But actually, I got really turned on to like Telecasters and like a lot of the Fender like jazz amps and stuff, like hearing the tone and being like, actually, when I walked in there at the beginning, I was like, fuck Gibson and Fender, dude. It's all about Ibanez, Jackson. I was like just very ignorant. And then I heard them like show me like actual shit, and I was like,
you learned.
Okay,
You learned.
No, I got learned. I got learned.
Dude, a good Fender tone out of a nice Fender tube amp.
Like yeah, of course, yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude, it sounds so good.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Some of the best guitar playing I've heard has been out of like guitar, like country guitar tone. Like dude, the guys that I played with were pretty fucking top notch for a bunch of nobodies too. Guys that, they're not signed, they've never toured or anything like that. Well, actually, so there was a steel guitar player that we played with, Mark Adkins. I don't know who he all played for, but back in the day, he played for like a bunch of people. Like he was a really good lap steel guitar player, but like, I don't know, just playing different styles of music really helps as a musician for sure. Yeah. There's a lot of close-minded metalheads that are like, oh, metal or nothing, but like if the more openness you have to other styles of music is only going to help you improve as a musician.
So what is your main like streaming? Actually, could you play on the pod for a little bit? Is that an option? Are you like set up for that?
Does it come through? Hold on.
You might have to. Oh,
does that come?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that come through?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I guess it does come through. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I could play something.
We'd love it.
You should play something. Mega mic us. I want you to mega mic us a little bit, because this is why I got into your shit. I don't know what to just play. Chat, come up with something, because I don't want to just call him out on something.
Yeah, or he can choose
play
what he wants to play, like whatever. Yeah.
We gotta put on the Pumas. Okay, all right. This podcast is gonna get me sponsored by Puma, right?
There you go.
Puma, sponsor me. I will sell you shoes. All the drummers would be like, man, how do you drum so fast, Mike? It's my Pumas.
There it is, dude.
We got Barbie song.
No.
Spheres of Madness.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You do Spheres.
Decrepit Birth.
I'm down with some Spheres. He said he was down. I'm down with some Spheres.
Are you wearing a Lakers jersey because they just lost? Oh no,
I'm scratching my Spheres right now.
Mega Mike jersey. No, they're playing the Warriors, right?
Yeah, they beat them by 30. Warriors did.
Go Warriors.
Oh shit!
Klay Thompson, Lakers. Man, Klay Thompson played up here in Washington.
Yeah. And Meshuggah. We should have Meshuggah and have Jedi just like react the whole time.
So two of the most popular requests I get is Meshuggah Bleed and then Infinite Annihilator, Cunt Crusher.
Okay.
And I can't play either of those songs. I like just look at the camera. I'm like, you really think I can fucking play those songs? People are like, yeah. Oh yeah.
It's Meshuggah.
I would not be here.
Why have we never done that, dude? Meshuggah. It's Meshuggah, dude.
So Infinite Annihilator, that's not like a real drummer, right? I mean, it is in theory, but like it's like in studio, it's like a really doctored drumming,
so it's
right?
like it's program drums,
Okay,
and that's honestly that's what most drumming is nowadays.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, it is what it is, like.
I've been watching a Foo Fighters documentary that was like talking about when that the drummer, before he passed, they're like they wanted to do an album in their garage, and they were like, and the drummer was like drumming in there. He's like, "Fuck, I wish I could just like replace all the shit." He's like, "This is way harder. This sucks." He was all like bummed out. Taylor Hawkins. He was like, "I wish I could just like normally it would just be like doom like he's all like actually have to play it like for recording, like even for that style of music, it's not like." It's not like crazy fast, but even him was like
he was like wishing he had samples that he could replace.
I'll just fix it. We'll play it live. He was like, he was being hilarious about it. He's like, just fucking fix it, dude, and we'll play it. It'll be sick for people to listen to, and then we'll play it live.
He's got an argument, If we're gonna freeze the art, music,
yeah.
But at the same time, you want to freeze the art while you're playing it with that emotion, the passion, all that shit that's behind,
There's a funny video of him standing behind Pantera live in like 1990. It's on YouTube somewhere, 1993 or something.
nice.
And he's just like there going like he's all like he's young. He used to be a Alanis Morissette drummer first, and then he went to Foo Fighters.
Totally.
And then yeah. But it's like him watching Pantera, just like he's like all in the corner. It's just all like someone's old note. Taylor Hawkins is like in a ball in the corner of it,
So he
like
was
watching like a huge fest.
He was doing isn't an ironic song.
Oh yeah, he did all that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. So are we gonna sphere it up?
All right. Are we? What? That comes through?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
We'll mute too.
See, yeah, normally the camera, I got like when I'm streaming, like normally I got the camera here for like face value, but then when we're drumming, I got the camera over there. It's for a little better angle, so you guys are getting the back angle.
It's fine.
Back that back up.
Oh, and so in this tone you hear, this is the tone that I used for a long time. I now use what I was saying. I use the Easy Drummer 3 Mark Lewis death metal kit. That's what I use now. I could get that set up, but I don't know if that would fuck up the sound or anything. Sometimes it changes settings, But
it sounds great as it is.
Yeah, this is the kit that I made on this brain, like just altered some of the drums, added some reverb, stuff like that. Like it works,
Like
it's nothing. Fuck, dude, I love how the Easy Drummer stuff.
I love how that sounds compared to most other shit that we've tried to do with this, dude. What did we change, guys?
Comes through.
He's using an E kit that's not mic'd, so the mics will kind of fuck. Some people will have mics they'll have this echo cancellation on it, and they'll start blocking out shit. And certain drums will like Bill Ray was playing the other day, and it sounded like shit. And I randomly went in there and found an echo. I turned off echo cancellation, and we could hear everything. So it was
This is making me realize this might be. So what is it? This is StreamYard.
Yeah.
So I've tried to connect with a couple of the musicians on Twitch saying like, hey, let's try to do like a jam, like a live jam. But the problem has been that noise cancellation where when I would play and then they would play, one of them would get like pixelated in sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would cut out. One would overtake. So I wonder, I don't think like, because when we talk together, that doesn't happen. So that probably wouldn't happen via music too. This might actually be a way to like do that.
Yeah.
I think without the mics, I feel like I just have dudes.
But there's also like in reality, we haven't seen, even if it were to sound good, then there might be latency issues too that might.
To jam with people live. Yeah.
I don't know if there's much latency going on right here. It's pretty fucking snip snap. Like I bet you, like I don't know. We
can figure it out. Right here we can do it. Watch this. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
quick, dude.
4.
I'm too high for my reaction time.
That's a little bit.
There's a little bit. There's a little bit going on.
Yeah. But it's almost there. It's almost there.
It sounds
just try to listen along, play along to this song. Then let's see.
These all sounds good. Never mind.
No, we should have. You forced us into it. I said my stoner reaction time wasn't good enough necessarily.
Yeah.
But let's not do. Let's not reduce it down to like us clapping. How much in time are we, guys?
Yeah, that's the only way to tell. Oh damn, you're getting a just play, brother, dude. He's all shut the fuck up and drum, motherfucker.
Just play, streamer man, play drums.
Sure, dude. I'm down to shut up and listen.
All right.
All right.
How's this sound? Can you hear the music?
Yeah. Oh, we're getting that.
Yeah, I got a little too loud.
I got it. There it is. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to click me.
It's a little hot in this basement.
That was sick.
That was sick, dude.
That was
hell yeah.
awesome.
I don't like playing on that tone anymore. I miss Easy Drummer.
And that's how, as a guitar player too, you like, change your tone constantly. I'll keep going.
Another one. He's going.
Yeah. No, it's as like when you have all these like tools at your disposal, you're like, oh, you know what? I don't really like that tone anymore. I don't know what's going on. I would rather change it. This is constant, so never-ending cycle of changing.
Well, I mean, the tone is different, but the thing that's actually like a lot nicer about me using drum software now is that there's the response seems like better. Like playing on this kit, like in that tone, like some of the different tones on this kit like respond better on the drums. Like they're a little more like you take like this has good response, but then you go to like this snare, it's just got like a much different response. And then so when you switch to the like program, like the software, I don't know, it just physically I notice a difference. Like it just picks it, like I'm able to play softer, like the dynamics are easier to pick, like the velocity or whatever. Like instead of having to beat the shit out of the cymbal, I can just kind of tap and it plays nice, so like
imagine how fucked you'd be if you had real drums in there and you were just like, dude, your neighbors are like, you're like, I'm gonna do a 30-day fucking stream, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bet I could probably get away with playing real drums in my house. My neighbors are pretty cool as long as it's during the day. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
I'll be getting my setup going. That's gonna be the real drums, but the studio.
Hell yeah.
All the time, but
yeah, you gotta have all the fucking soundproofing to make it sound good, and then not piss off everyone else around you.
Yeah. I'd probably be a drummer if it wasn't for my dad going like, "Hey, son, you're into music? What do you want to play?" I'm like, "Drums." He's all, "Fuck no. What else do you want to play?" Like, yeah, I was like the first thing I said. I was like, "Drums." He's all, "Sick, dude." What about like
no, that happened to me too, dude.
Oh, that's cool, bro. Anyways, you wanna go help me work on my car?
Yeah. Car or flute. Go fuck yourself. I'm doing a fucking
honestly, it's sad because that's the story with a lot of musicians. Is that they like a lot of people wanted to start off with drums and they simply either can't because of the noise or the money or both.
Like
it's very, very expensive.
Being the drummer is like your friend that has the truck and everyone wants to like borrow.
Yeah.
It's like, can you help me move and play drums for my band and like do everything?
I just called up my dad yesterday to borrow his truck. I'm like, yo, Dad, can we make a dump run with this yard debris? He's like, it's full. Fuck. Gotta find someone else with a truck. Damn it.
I know a truck's a blessing and a curse. A lot of people are like, dude, I want a truck. I'm like, do you? Do you want a truck?
Do you want to be that friend that's called every day, once a day, by someone random? Hey, Joel. Hey, how's it going, bud? I haven't talked to you in like 6 months. How you doing?
Exactly.
How's that truck of yours going? How many miles you put on that fucker? Hey, you want to help me move this shit?
They would say like, I'll give you a 6-pack. I'll give you a 6-pack, dude. I'm like, sick, dude.
I'll give you a 6-pack. Yeah. Buy you a burrito, bro.
Dude, a pizza. We'll get pizza and a 6-pack,
above the truck. You know what the level above the truck is? The common level above the truck.
Super.
The guy with the Sprinter van, bro.
Dude.
And it's like,
I don't know many of those that are local.
I can't even fit this in a truck. Like, you got a Sprinter van, like a couch.
Because call up Eric Rutan, be like, hey, dude, Eric, do you have a Sprinter van we can borrow for a dump run?
So nice.
There's a literally Sprinter van at my shop right now that's converted into an RV, dude. And I'm like, I wish I could. Once the kids move out, I might get one of those and just we fucking hit the road, dude.
I'm on the hunt for a teardrop trailer right now.
What's that?
It's a trailer that it's just a small trailer. It literally.
The little it looks like a teardrop.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It's just basically meant for sleeping, So I'm on the hunt for those, but the problem is they're fucking $1 million. You can't find one for under $7,000, even used. They're expensive.
Yeah.
Like,
no, totally.
A brand new one's $20,000, and it's just this little sleep pit that you haul around.
Right.
That's what a hotel room is just to sleep in. Like I just need a place to fall asleep.
I just went to that concert, and on the way back, I'm like talking to my girl. I'm like, we need to look into a teardrop trailer. I don't want to get a big trailer. I don't want to get this. Let's get something just small. We can haul around in the car. We could dump it at an RV park and then go drive around in our normal car to, play around, go eat and all that, and then come back to our little trailer, or go park it at a truck stop. You don't even have to pay lot fees there or whatever, fucking live in the road,
Dude, there's like old people that totally already like know all this. And we just like touring guys like don't even know like how they
I know, yeah. Old people probably have the touring shit down way more.
Like retired people, I should say. Like they already know how to travel around the country in their RVs and their trailers. Like you guys,
we're like sleeping in a Walmart and shit. Well, no, I mean, it's remember actually, Casey, we had a chance to win a teardrop trailer. There was we were on tour with Animosity and Antagonist. And they were trying to get us to go to Price is Right. Remember? They were like, come to the Price is Right. And we like last second, we were like, no, we don't want to. And it was Animosity and Antagonist went. And Carlos from Antagonist went, and he won a teardrop trailer on. He went on the Price is Right with Drew Carey and shit. Like it's on. If you type in Animosity, Price is Right on YouTube, it's literally like they're on. It's like, what are you guys doing? It's like we're on tour, and it's got like everyone's got the same like Animosity shirt with it's got the animal shirt, but it like has like a little like a flap opening, and they're just going like like flapping a bunch and shit, and like we're on tour right now. Like what's up?
I remember that video. I forgot what they won though.
Dude, goddamn, we could have been living the dream.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a teardrop if you guys ever find one. That's under $5,000.
You look long enough, you could probably find one, but you might have to put a little money into it.
Yeah, well,
then it will just turn into a $7,000 like you're worried about.
Exactly. All
it
needs
you'll
is
appreciate
lights
it
on the
more.
inside, so you can I guess read a book or whatever, see inside.
You want
your bed ready.
Decent insulation.
Yeah, I've known people that made them before. Like you can actually look up the blueprints online to make them.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
That's probably $3,000.
Yeah, and you just need the money, and then you gotta fucking make it. Or pay someone to make it. So $7,000.
That's a 30-day stream right there.
I know that should be a stream of you making a teardrop.
Hi, Mega Mike here, and we're making a teardrop trailer. Day 70.
So what we're finding out, guys,
we're about 5% in.
$7,000.
There is zero chance that is cheaper.
Yeah. I know there's so many things where you're like, I'm gonna do it myself and it's gonna be cheaper, and it's just way like I'm gonna build a house. Like it's like, well, that's like 600,000. You're like, oh shit, I thought housing prices were.
But what I was just trying to add earlier was that the appreciation would be a little bit more because you did it yourself.
Yeah.
Might be more.
And I'd appreciate it too.
For you.
Well, and that's my idea around like instead of like that's the why I want to get a teardrop trailer is because there's all these concerts that we want to go to outside of town. Like we got concerts here in Spokane, but if you look at the shows that you guys just plugged, they're going to Seattle and Portland. If they're coming anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, they go to Seattle and Portland. They avoid us. Sometimes shows hit us. I don't know if it's a money thing or whatever it is, or a date thing. Who knows? But we miss a lot of shows, and so there's a lot of shows we want to travel to, and instead of paying $1 million for hotel fees, it'd be way cheaper to just spend a little bit more in gas and buy like like $50 a night, if that, at a KOA to park your car in a
sometimes like you find a place for 35 or something like that.
Yeah, or just free in a parking lot. Like
right.
I'm not.
I just do the hotels. When it's outside of town now, I'm at the age where I'm like I have to commit. So it's like Dan Kenny was in town, so I was like, and with Dying Fetus, so I'm like, fuck yeah, let's fucking go hang out with them. And Pat and all the people are gonna be there, so I was like, cool, we'll go. But that means like a hotel that's $200, like cheap hotel around Berkeley was $200. Plus, I mean, we didn't have to pay for tickets, which was cool, but like, and then drive down there and like Ubers back, and it's like a $300 or $400 admission to go see your friend play if you don't want to not drink.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like if you want to like drive and be like, oh, let's just drive. It's 2 hours each way. If someone's like, I'm down to not
have
drink.
A couple of sparkling waters, and then we'll come
back. And everyone's just drunk around you and being obnoxious and shit, and you're sober. That sounds like a nightmare to me. Like I don't want to deal with like those people. Like I don't.
That's
I'm
my
sober.
everyday. That's why I don't drink myself, so I was always the DD when it came to like playing shows and all that stuff.
You should move to Santa Cruz, like move to Aptos.
I've always been that guy though, you know, like and it's honestly it's tough being, you know, dude, I was playing bars when I was 17 and my band was they were all drinkers. They were all 21 plus. You know, like being a drummer, they needed a drummer, so they got the young guy, and I would get into these bars and I looked old enough, so they just they never even carded me. They would just fucking put the wristband on but did I drink? No, I didn't. You know.
So you've never drank?
No, I've drank. I've been drunk.
So,
I'm not a drinker. Like
that's not your high. That's not the high that you're seeking.
Yeah, like I've never done like cocaine, or the only drugs that I've tried have been like I've tried shrooms and acid, and that's about
so you're more on the psychedelic side of things.
Yeah, I've tried it, but it's not for me. I think
a
little bit, but like I'm not a big if I want to drink, I'm going to a Mexican food restaurant and having 2 margaritas, maybe 3. You know?
This used to be Casey's. Yeah,
dude.
This used to be Casey's line on tour. Would be like, friends don't let friends drink and drum. Like we'd be on tour with like, I remember that was like you and Veil of Maya, Sam from Veil of Maya or something like that. I don't know. There was one time he decided to get like hammered one night, and like we're like, don't, and he just got wasted and like he just fucked up all night, and you're like, dude, friends don't let friends. I wanted to stop you.
I don't get how drummers can do it. Like I know of like there's like I think Machine Head was one of those bands, like the drummer, I think something like that. I think I heard he was like a big drinker and like just ripped on the drums. And I've tried playing drums drunk before, and oh my god, talk about have you tried running while
motor
drumming,
skills?
Like drunk?
The motor skills.
You're just you feel so dumb.
Yeah, it sucks. Running while drunk's the worst thing. That's like my least favorite thing to do.
Try drumming then. It's fucking ridiculous. You're trying to be people
are
time?
Like going to go play basketball and drink. I'm like, after like 2 shots, I'm like, all right,
time for a nap.
Let's go hang out and not do this.
Actually, playing sports while drunk was kind of fun for me. I could do it.
Oh, fucking! But also, Pacifica people can't really drink, so
that's all we did, dude.
We did a show, and I actually was drumming for Ominous Ruin and Last Lucy this night, and it was my birthday in Reno, and so I kind of told Josh, my singer, to be like, hey, just tell the guys it's my birthday, maybe I can get a free drink, and he was like, it's Joseph's birthday, let's get him fucked up. So we played the first song right after he said that, and suddenly like 5 people swarm me with fucking shots and beers. I do like a gnarly shot, and then later it was Kyle from Ethereus. He told me, he was like, I told him, just pour me the strongest shot you have, and like multiple people. So then I just got fucked up, and it was my second set of the night, so I was already warm, and I had a lot of fun. And it got sloppy, but it was fun.
Double duty.
And then I was
drinking.
That's crazy.
Drinking liquor on stage is crazy for me.
I decided it doesn't fuck me up to where I can't play, so I think I'm okay at drunk drumming. It doesn't just fully.
I think it's with drinking is a lot of genetics. A lot of genetic people. Some people just can't get. They just
there's a
drunk.
scale. There's a scale that goes like this. Like so, there's like a little like a meter. And at the left, very left, the meter is totally sober, playing a serious show, like I'm fucking serious about the shit. And then the meter all the way to the right just ends up in karaoke land.
Getting animal from Sesame Street style.
So there's a meter in between where it's people are like, yeah, dude, I still remember the songs. I can do this live. I can, it's in between that meter. But the meter is
But obviously, if you play rock and roll, Dave Grohl has 3 beers before a Foo Fighters show, and I'm sure he burns that alcohol off before it even hits his fucking liver. It's just
probably doesn't feel it.
Yeah, he's the meter has just kind of spiked up a little bit, but it's not.
Murray, one time when we were playing Annie's Social Club in Oakland, there's pictures of us back then. Murray thought it was hilarious to just get me blacked out, and so he had me double fisting Long Island's all night long, and then I had to go on stage, and I just don't even remember playing. And I remember Anthony. I asked Anthony, it was all of Animosity watching, and then Anthony was in the crowd too. It was Decrepit. It was one of the early Decrepit shows for me, and Anthony was like, "No, you did good. I mean, you were fucked up, but like you fucked some things up. But you were good." Like I'm like, I don't even remember the set, dude. And
That was
like
that one
literally
where-
every time I dropped, or it was like Maddie Way was there, like literally like every time I didn't have a drink, Murray would just put like a Red Bull vodka in my hand. Like it was like, and I was
a big
yeah,
Red Bull
he
vodka
knows, he
stage of
remember.
our
No, God, and I remember just being like, just going like, whatever, dude, I'll play. And I was like watching. I remember it was all of Animosity like this in the front, and I was like, God damn it, like I'm wasted, and I'm all
Well,
nervous. I'm like, shit, like what's going
of
on?
course that was
And
gonna happen.
well,
That's
the
the
first,
same night we took pictures from that parking lot and across the street.
yeah,
right?
it's like Mike
Yeah,
Hamilton
yeah.
was there, everyone was there, and I
Yeah,
remember
I
like
know, dude.
I asked Anthony his like honest input. I'm like, did you notice that I was fucked up? I was like, yeah, but like you did good though.
Mhm.
And I was like, that was like stuck
I don't
with me,
even
like
remember,
shit.
but I don't actually remember if you were fucking up that bad. You know, I don't
No,
think
I mean
you
it's
were.
bass, doesn't fucking matter.
It's
But
just hit the open note, dude. It's fine.
the thing that I said I pay attention to the most lately earlier in the show.
As long as you looked cool, it
I probably didn't.
Yeah, then
but
nah, dude. You continued on in the band for fucking a long time after that.
well, there was just a lot of like heavy hitters. It was like Mike Hamilton, like there was other like Maddie Way, all of Animosity, like, and I remember like noticing it all when I was like on stage, like warming up. I was like, shit, like using my hand. I'm like, oh fuck, my muscles are locking. Like warming up, I'm like, I'm fucked. This is not gonna be good. But you just gotta push through it.
Was that the first time I met Maddie in person? I can't remember.
It was Maddie and Rena were together, and it was at the bar.
Yep.
I think that was the first time you met him. Yeah.
Yeah. It may have been. Either way, that was a cool night, dude. A lot of people.
I like burritos.
Wasn't Sean Whitaker playing with you guys that night?
Oh
too?
yeah.
Yeah. Doing the
Jesus
Insidious
Christ.
Discrepancy stuff or Viral Load stuff, or I can't remember what he was doing that night.
Some sort of rock and roll he was playing.
It was just him. It was just him on stage, though.
Yeah.
Right?
So it was Insidious. It was Insidious for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was
Jesus.
sick, dude.
All right, Joseph, get us back online or offline.
I don't know. I feel like maybe we play one more song, or Mike plays us one more song, and then we start to wrap it up. Maybe it's getting towards 3 hours at this point.
Good, dude. Yeah, awesome.
What should we? What should we play?
You don't like odd times, so no rush.
That's so like popular requests I get would be, of course, like Bleed, and then Infinite Annihilator, then Rush. I get some Rush requests.
Tears for Fears?
Not really.
What about? I was thinking of those bands you were saying you first got into, like Lamb of God, Chimera.
I get a lot of Lamb of God requests. Lamb of God's pretty popular.
What about
Dimmu? Like
Dimmu,
Dimmu. I get a lot of requests from them. A lot of actually, who's actually probably requested some of the most is Avenged Sevenfold. People really, really like Avenged Sevenfold drumming.
I just really actually listened to them for the first time recently.
Dude, I never was into them until getting it onto stream. Like, I don't like all their stuff, but they got some good songs. Like, definitely the drumming is fucking ripping, dude. The Rev was a fucking ripping drummer.
Like, the Rev, is that his name?
Yeah, the Rev, Jimmy, the Rev something.
Who's the guitar player?
I don't know.
He had like guitars at Guitar Center.
Something Shadows or something. Is that the singer guy?
Oh yeah.
Matt?
Yeah. We used to sell that Schecter guitar when I was at Guitar Center back in like 2010. There was like this guitar that would sell off the charts, and it was like a Schecter guitar with stripes on it. I don't know. But Sinister Gates.
Sinister Gates. Yeah.
Yeah. Sinister Gates. Thank you guys.
I still want to pick something a little cooler. I'm trying to think.
This is him right now. He's
yeah. I'm like trying to remember what else could be sick. I mean, Dimmu would be fucking rad.
Yeah, I can play.
Yeah, Dimmu.
I can play some.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Off of that
awesome! Can you do the first song off Puritanical?
I could play the easy one, of course. That's on CKY, but I should play one of the cooler ones.
You can play,
I wonder, dude. Okay, if we're gonna play Dimmu, let's see if we can get the fucking easy drummer going, because that sounds way fucking better than this shit.
And to grab a drink.
Go for it, dude.
So Casey, you're gonna stream.
Joel's grabbing a drink.
You're gonna start streaming, dude.
Yeah, dude. I got everything all set up and
streaming drums.
Yeah, I am going to. Yeah.
Good.
Casey Howard 1, I think, is the channel
on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch. I have a channel. I followed you, Mike and Joseph, I think.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, it's just Casey Howard 1.
Yeah, especially like when I'm drumming and all that, fucking, and you're free, be in the chat. I'll be shouting you out, and people will go and follow you. You know, like
sick.
That's like, that's what, dude. That's like how. That's a big part of how I got any name on Twitch was me just going and connecting with everyone that I liked. I just found like musicians I like, streamers I like, and then connected with them, and then. I wasn't up their ass. I wasn't like, oh, hey, I stream, I play drums. I was just connecting, and they're like, and then eventually they learned that I would stream by somehow, someone else bringing it up, they catching my stream somehow, and then, yeah, it just, that's how, people like Scott.
Are you homies with Max Anomalous?
Oh yeah, dude, Mac. Dude, I've been listening to his music for a long time.
Hell
actually.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember how.
You should play an Anomalous song right now.
I wish. Jesus Christ, that shit is ridiculous.
Played by Cruciforms.
I'm excited.
What's awesome is I'm a fan of him, and he's a fan of me. It's like, fuck, that's so cool that like dude, I've hooked up with like the Amon Amarth drummer, Yak. He's fucking a fan of mine and shit.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
It's so cool. Like Twitch is so cool. How you can just.
I'm super stoked that Anomalous is back together, dude.
And Sam is with them. Fucking
Sam in the chat. What up, dude?
Dude, that's gonna be next level.
Yep. And fucking, they're gonna re-record that first EP too, which is
that's gonna be
so
ridiculous.
Sick. And they got new material. I'm just so happy about that.
That's gonna be sick. Okay, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait. Oh, this is gonna be loud, maybe.
That's good.
Loud.
See, yeah, this is the good sounding kit right here, the Mark Lewis stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I get so many comments on the kick and snare. And it's really, like it picks up on all the like
dynamics.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, man.
So let's see. Demo 5. All right.
Puritanical.
Is that what you want to hear? Is Puritanical? That's the easy one.
No, play I
was gonna play the next track.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know the next track? No, that's track 2. I'm talking. So there's track 6. The.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm so down.
Like there's that song, but the song after that, Indoctrination, however you say that, it's got some of the fucking coolest heavy parts.
I'm down for that.
All right, I'm super down.
So we'll see how warmed up I am.
Play whatever you want.
So sick, dude.
That was awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. Those drums sound great.
That was a sick performance, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
know what I'm listening to on the way to fucking Rockland tomorrow, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, that album is one of the best fucking albums, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's so
Love
good,
that
dude. And it came at such a pivotal time in my life too that it'll forever be legendary for me.
I think
That whole album.
That album came early, I think. Like as in like for what the material is, like came out what, 2000, 2001?
something like
Yeah,
that.
What year did that drop? Okay. And
It was around then. Like that music is just a little bit, I would say, a little slightly ahead of its time for when it came out.
yeah, so I was a
Not by much.
sophomore, junior when it came out.
It was
dude,
Nick
and I got
Parker,
it,
right?
like,
Nick
Yeah.
Nick Parker.
shout out to
yeah,
Nick
yeah.
Parker, dude. He was such a inspiration. He still is today, but I'm just saying I put that guy so high up on the shelf of drummers when I was so young, you know?
Oh yeah.
Just
No, that
Cradle of
hit-
Filth and then Dimmu and all that stuff. I was just infatuated by him. Got to meet him at Great American Music Hall when he played with Dimmu and Cryptopsy. Yeah, great dude, great drummer. Love it all.
Are you rolling doubles on those kicks, or is that
I don't know
singles?
how to do doubles. I actually, during the subathon, I started trying to learn them. Like,
Yeah.
Trying to.
Yep.
Like, I get the motion, but it's all single strokes for me. Just all swivel.
That's super
Just
clean,
all
man.
just. Like, I try to just sit there with the fucking metronome. Just. Like.
Damn, yeah.
And the thing about my double bassing is that I don't need triggers. I didn't rock triggers for a long time. Like you would mic up my kit and you would sound like fucking a triggered kick. It had that punch every single hit. I use the 9000s and with the plastic beaters, so it really fucking slaps on a natural skin on a kick drum, like and mic'd up well. I'm not the best tuner. I won't sit here and brag that, I know how to tune a drum better than anyone, but I know how to tune and make a kick and snare sound fucking booming, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so with the strength that I have behind, like I hate to use this line, but it's kind of the truth. I'm a little built different. Not all guys have big legs. I have pretty big legs for like my
Let's
size.
see your legs, dude. Do you want to take your pants off? Let's see your legs.
No, they're pretty beefy, you know, like they're beefy, and I know it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
a
So you got
large
some
factor
tree
in
trunks?
my playing. Yeah, they're tree trunks.
Don't be a coward. Sasha from Gorgasm showed his thighs. On
Oh yeah, but he's
podcast.
He works out every day.
They're pretty nice, but I mean they're not the biggest, but they get the job done. That's the thing. It's like I got big enough legs to where I can put down the power, and I have endurance.
Dude.
I have endurance for it. You know,
That's
I
sick, man.
And so
Yeah,
that's definitely my strength, I would say, for like my drumming is my double kick and like that, you know, how consistent it is and the strength behind it too. Like most drummers are finesse nowadays, you know. Like you don't find a lot of drummers doing that.
Mike fucks.
I'll say it like I've been working on some Fallujah stuff, and Andrew was a doubles guy, and I was trying to fuck with that both styles, singles and doubles, and it's crazy how Fallujah will write these like pop songs that are just 240 BPM double bass during like the chorus or whatever, and it's like kind of, since it's such a pop type song, it kind of like throws you off from how fucking intense the drumming is, like how straight ahead like endurance it is. And it's tricky keeping up with Andrew doing singles, but my doubles still aren't quite there yet. So I'm like in this weird in between, like, do I just work on my doubles or do I just like push the singles further now? But that's kind of where I'm at.
It's one of the so how clean would you say your doubles are? Like I guess 1 out of 10, you know, like. Yeah,
I feel like it's at the point where I might need to start looking at the pedals I'm using, the trigger I'm using, the settings of the module and the kick beater, everything.
That all
else
has a huge factor.
Yeah, I think I have to finesse that shit, you know, dial it in, as they say.
What pedals are you using?
I'm using Axis A21. I think they're like the Roddy signatures. Yeah. And they are, I mean, I think like Trick probably makes the sickest pedals these days. I like the DW old school, like chain or whatever for sure. But I don't know. There's a lot of new tech. I would love to get a pair of Tricks. Would be my dream pedals.
I'm
that I don't
gonna
quite
get
have
the
yet.
CKs. I think.
You gonna go for the CKs? Nice.
Well, I mean, one of the selling points was that you can get your logo custom engraved onto the pedal. So
you got that CK money coming through Twitch, man. That's pretty sick.
Well, dude, I just think it would be cool if those. I mean, Mike Caputo is the one that's really. There's multiple drummers that have tried to sell me on them, but Mike's the one that's been like, dude, like it will change your fucking life for double bassing. Like, and they just look like they honestly, they passed the eyeball test of like, Jesus Christ, they look like I can take flight on those, you know? Like
for
they
sure.
just look like I tried, there's some new Yamaha pedals that they have, and I felt those, and I think a buddy of mine got those, and they felt really, really smooth. I think they're direct drive. I've never had direct drive pedals myself, and I think that's gonna make me faster or more accurate or something. I think it's gonna help.
Where you can fly on those direct drives in a different kind of way, but it's harder to control like non-fast drumming. But where it just takes off and it's like you're floating. It's like a cool feeling.
I think that's what I need.
Dude, you're already fast as fuck, man. I'm sure you'll fucking hit 300.
I mean, well, it's not honestly why I want to upgrade my pedals. The speed is not the factor. The factor is, I mean, I've used these same pedals for like 15 plus years, so I obviously need an upgrade if it was the same pedals, if it was just DW 9000s or something else. But I just feel like that, especially now that this is my job, whether I'm just streaming or if I'm playing drums on stream, I'm pretty hard on my body now, whether if I'm playing drums for hours on end or if I'm just sitting in a chair for hours on end. That's not good for your body, either one. And so I'm trying to figure out ways, like I've done less and less drumming over the last however many months because my body has been slowly trying to recover from all the drumming I've been doing on stream.
Mm-hmm.
I really hit it hard for the last year.
30 days.
Actually,
oh, sorry.
Well, no, before that,
yeah.
Like in January of 2022, I fucked up my left knee because I did like a week of like.
Whoa, dude! I was just
like
feeling about my left knee because my left knee is fucked up right now, and I literally just stretched my leg out to give my knee a little rest while you were saying that. That's a trip.
Dude, like you gotta watch out for that shit. So I took a break from. So I what I'm saying is I've been trying to be more mindful of my body and trying to take care of it and rest enough time. Even though then I get back on stream and drum for. I've drummed for 10 hours multiple times before playing death metal. That is stupid. I don't care who you are. That's stupid. like even if I was playing like really soft, like that would be done. But I'm not. I'm going pretty hard. I hit really hard. I've gained a lot of muscle mass over the last year because of the amount of, the food I eat, but then the amount of drumming I've been doing, I've gained a lot of muscle mass. So my body hurts a lot. I feel like I've been working out a lot. And so I'm trying to figure out ways to alleviate that. And I think upgrading my pedals is going to help. It's going to help my knees, help my legs, because I'm constantly dealing with extreme leg pain from just constantly hours of this. Like all this stuff just hurts like days.
I think I know the fuck you're talking about. Casey does too. We've all had our fucking becoming a death metal drummer is hard. Yeah,
it's hard. You're an athlete. There's a reason why like drummers are like athletes. You got to treat your body kind of like an athlete because you're using your body in ways that people don't even understand how to. That's like when a basketball player is making his move or a football player or whatever you want to say. Most people don't know how to make those moves. They have trained for those moves. Same as a guitar player, same as a drummer. They have trained, and it's still really, really hard on the body. Yeah, it might look easy. People are like, man, you make it look so easy, but is it? Fuck no, dude. It is hard as fuck, and it is hard on your body.
That's why we are in demand and why it's harder to do invest in the career and everything. But yeah, it's truth, bro. I hear that. It's actually cool to hear someone talk openly about it because it's I've had an injury for years now that isn't really getting better, so it's like I appreciate that shit. So
dude, like people, well, that like when it comes to like playing music, I understand like a big part of like musicians and like a big part of playing music for a lot of people is partying, you know. And when you party, when you do drugs, when you drink, when you just party, you're hard on your body. And I've never been that way. I'm hard on my body in other ways, like physically, like doing, you know, I tried to play sports when I was a kid. I was a bowler. I did this, I did that. I rode bikes. Physically, I've been hard on my body. And so that's the last thing I want to do to be hard on my body is like partying and being, fucking it up in that way. And so it's hard for me to connect with a lot of musicians because a lot of musicians are heavy partiers. And so, and I'm just trying to my best to take care of my body, not partying. I'm playing all the drums that I do. So I commend all the musicians that are able to fucking party hardy and tour and still do it and be happy because their body is not just dying. My body's dying doing what I do, streaming in my basement. You know what I mean? So I could only imagine how these people feel drinking every night, touring every night, being on these buses. I don't understand. I don't know how people can do it because I don't think I could do it. At least definitely with the party sense in.
That's why you don't see like a lot of musicians going like, "Oh, dead at 85." Usually it's like dead at 63.
That's why it's mind blowing that people say that Keith Richards is still around. It's like it's mind blowing.
My brother just opened some shows for Ramblin' Jack Elliott, who's 92, 93 something, and he's still playing, still performing.
Damn.
Yeah, he was been playing since the 50s. So, yeah.
I know my grandfather was touring in the 50s, playing there'd be a piano for him to show up to, and then just a mic already there, and was a singer, and him just traveling in the 50s, I don't even know what the fuck kind of car there was, but imagine touring in the 40s and 50s, we're dude, I don't know, there's not enough fucking subways.
Where's the map?
Bring out the map. The venue has a 25% merch cut. That's bullshit.
No, I got the. Someone sent me the.
Things never change.
No, for the Suicide Silence dying fetus thing, and I got sent the flyer or the bus flyer for it, and the merch cut was 20%. So
damn.
That's but that's still for selling that. It's sold out, and there's 1,000 people there. It's 20%. My whole thing is let's just charge I literally for stupid sporting events I'll spend so many hundreds of dollars. Let's instead of $25 for tickets, let's do 35 and make the people that are going to shows that actually have jobs that are trying to go see the thing pay for it a little bit more rather than cut from the bands that are traveling. That's the hardest thing.
I don't understand it. To me, in my eyes, it seems like that's taking away way too much from the band because you take the show that I just went to, that Lorna Shore Gojira Mastodon show, when we walked by the merch line, it was pretty much wrapping around the venue.
Yeah.
So and
thousands
people were buying
of dollars.
merch all night. So they're selling a lot in merch, and so the fact that these venues or companies are taking a percentage of that is wild to me because that's a lot of money being accumulated that could or should be going towards the band or other things.
I mean,
they're taking 20% of the 100%, and then
but
the thing is
that they.
But they're not. But the thing is, but that we're all pretending that 20% they're taking, that they made the shirts for 100%. They already paid the cost for those shirts for someone else to make the shirts.
The band
so it's
paid for that shirt completely.
Tax.
So how is somebody else making money on that? It makes no sense to me. When I heard about that,
it's
just
you guys make $2 a shirt. It's after they take money from you, it's $2 or $3 a shirt. But they have to sell shirts for $40.
So what is the justification? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's now. I mean, when we were
in their vicinity.
When we were first. I remember.
So what? So what if the band just doesn't have any merch?
No, I think the
you
cool idea is the band's hey, merch out of our
What
band,
if they had no merch? Are they gonna let them
here.
fucking play the venue?
Yeah. No, I mean no. You're not gonna play the venue.
That's ridiculous.
You're not playing it. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And there's been bands that have been we're gonna sell it in the parking lot, and
Is
they do
this
that,
the
and then
new
they get
like pay to play thing that's happened, where people are just figuring out how to
well.
capitalize
This
off
started.
things?
This started at about like 15 or when me and Casey
It
were
was
touring. They were like there were
a
certain
while
certain
ago,
venues that
yeah.
were like wanting cuts, but like it wasn't. It was like maybe 10% of the venues. But then
But we were
after
playing places where
COVID,
you have a fake
but after
notebook
COVID
and
though,
real
after
notebook.
COVID, it's now a thing. Now it's across the board.
Yeah, it seems like it's a
not.
pretty common thing now.
Yeah, it's not like that doesn't not happen anymore.
Which is
it's like,
ridiculous
it used to be like,
because from what it sounds like, a lot of these bands, a lot of their money is their merch.
yeah.
like-
That's where they make their money. That's
Yeah.
like where they make it. Then they're like, okay,
So
let's
they're
get that.
literally
But
just taking it from the band.
But at the one point I understand is like, remember all the closures during COVID, so they're like kind of like all freaked out now. Now they're taking. That's why I'm saying like a raise, just $5 a ticket, just raise it and not fuck
just,
with bands.
You know,
Well, they can't raise the
corporations-
tickets because they already have $1 million in convenience fees that you got to pay on top of the ticket fee.
Oh, for the bigger shows, yeah, for sure. No, those Ticketmaster, Live Nation, when they merged, now it's a monopoly, and they're like, that's what. There's actually politicians that are like, fuck that whole merger, because I paid $1,600 for 2 tickets to a sporting event that was through Ticketmaster. It wasn't a resale. That was what they were selling it as, because a supply and demand thing that their algorithm was like, no, it's now it's no, people want this. Oh, it's 800. We're taking, and then the fees were like $250 a piece or something, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then if you want to resell them, they go, cool, resell them. We're gonna put a fee on that too, and then take that fee back too. So it's so monopoly, dude. It's fucked.
And this is all reasons to make me further happy with
yeah,
where I'm at.
Twitch, dude, Twitch.
You know, like I mean, it would be great to tour the world, and you obviously wouldn't be doing it for the money. You'd be doing it for the connections and the fun and whatever, you know, not the fame, but you know, the connections and the fun.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That just seems wild to me. That it just seems harder and harder for a working musician in that front.
Yeah,
You gotta be really hot shit to fucking make it happen. You know,
and then
you gotta be a
like
trend.
after COVID too, there was like so many people wanting to tour that tour buses were at like it was like a supply and demand. They were like low on supply, so you really just did that. Casey,
I guess that was a
Casey's bored.
creative choice that was made at that moment.
No, but there was like a big band I was talking to, and they were like, normally tour buses are, I forget what the, like 30,000 a month, and he's like, but like because of the supply and demand, they're like 60, like, and like bands are having to pay more of that into the bus, and then taking the merch cuts, and it's like, why are you even touring? Like, just do live streams at this point. Like, fuck touring, you know? It's like there's no incentive for bands to tour, so it's just more and more fucked up.
Yeah, the only incentive is to actually just physically get to the fan. That is like the only incentive.
Yeah,
That's a very, very big incentive, and that's what musicians want. And that's more so what the fans want, definitely. Like, but it's becoming harder and harder for musicians to make it happen.
Yeah, totally.
Which is crazy.
But Mike, I love you. I think we got to call it 3 hours 21 minutes, and I've been drinking since 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And
wow, this was awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you came on. This is like, I mean, watching Mike. Actually, the reason why I was like so into getting you on the podcast is like I was down to watch your fucking streams. I was like, anytime I would go on, like I'd be bored at home, like, oh, let's go see what's happening on Twitch, and go on Mike's thing, and I was like totally entertained. I thought this is like a new cool way for a musician to show off like their musicianship and also have fun with people and like be interactive with people. Like we were talking about like bands wanting to tour and like be interactive with the fans. Like it's one of those cool like aha moments. Like this is like the future. This is like something that you're on the cusp of. And I really thought that it was very you're influencing a lot of people to do stuff like this. And I'm impressed with you, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
Thanks. I'm happy that I'm able to do whatever I can. If it's influencing people to stream or play music or whatever, that's fucking awesome. More power to that. You know, I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. But like the goal I guess now is to just keep building connections and having fun with it. Whether I'm gonna just keep doing this or find some band to go tour with and hate life with tour. Like whatever. I'll just keep on keeping on. So fucking, it's awesome. It's been an awesome adventure to be a part of, and awesome to connect with people like you guys and be able to talk with you guys, and
love it.
Connect.
Totally,
yeah, man.
Sweet.
So next is Mike's OnlyFans is coming out. When's the OnlyFans coming out?
Next month. It's been on high demand. High demand.
Sweet.
Nice.
We're rating per the chat Shred Talk. We're rating Shred Talk.
Fuck
Only-
yeah, dude. They're awesome.
Wearing Merseys only.
Just like opening your butt with Merseys on.
Dude. People would pay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right, dude.
Let's
So
put the
let's
wrap
wrap it up, dude. What was your Twitch channel again?
Twitch.tv/Mega Mike Drummer.
Boom.
And all the
Get it.
other, if you want to find me elsewhere, just look up Mega Mike Drummer. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hell
are
yeah.
we rating somebody tonight, Joel?
We just got rated.
We rated
Or we
out.
just rated them.
Perfect.
Rated
Perfect
yeah.
time.
Sweet, dude.
Dude,
All right.
fuck yeah.
Hell
That
yeah.
was
Dude.
awesome, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, fuck
Do
yeah, dude.
our shit real quick. Battleforgecoffee.com. Get your coffee there. It's the homies. We love them. We love their coffee. That's at CaliDeathPodcast.BigCartel.com. Buy a shirt, please. Check out those guns, dudes.
I'm keeping that on
yeah.
there.
The ticket giveaway is at CaliDeath.com. It's the first thing you'll see, right? And there's me in the studio for Severed. Guess we're just walking down memory lane as well. Joel Surge Alert, live bagging. It's all happening. Hashtag beat it out.
All right, we don't have to do all the ads at the end.
The survey
Chicago
thing
Death
is
Fest.
I already said that. Yeah, at that's at CaliDeath.com to the survey to sign up to
The survey. Every time it's not a survey.
Quickly,
What is
fill
it?
out a
It's
survey.
an entry form.
Oh, what the fuck? Why do I keep calling it that?
Because surveys
it's
sound
me.
like a boring ass fucking thing. I don't want to
Yeah,
do a
dude,
survey.
just fucking. Yeah, it actually does sound like it's a boring thing. Like you have to answer a bunch of questions and shit. Bananas, we love bananas.